Welcome everybody. I'm here to talk about Heated Rivalry Season 1. So excited to talk about this. I should have been reacting to it, but I didn't. But hey, here we are. Um
Oh my God. Next season. Next season.
yeah, next season. Next season. I'm here with my friend Jamie. We're gonna go over this. This is gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm so excited. I just can't. Let's just get right into it.
Yeah.
so, so, I just want to just in case anybody doesn't know what the show is. Um, I'm gonna say I guess the thing that everybody's been calling it, a gay hockey sweat romance. I guess you can call it that. Um, it's a show about two professional hockey players that start out in their rookie year, and as they progress through that career, they're also having a secret affair. Um, and it starts out sexual, but eventually you see them start have feelings for each other and get
hmm
deeper and deeper, and that's how as the show goes. I've really loved this show a lot. Um, I've just it's just been a joy to watch, and I feel like it just has a blend of all the things I like. I do like the smut stuff, of course, but I do really love the love stuff too.
hmm
And I really think they've had phenomenal acting throughout this whole series. I've been enjoying it a lot. What about you, Jamie?
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this. I definitely was at the beginning I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of sex. A lot of sex. And it's like not that I don't enjoy watching, but I'm like, where is the love? Where is the love? So I'm glad like as the show progressed we got to see more of that. And we'll get to it later on that we did get to see my goats Scott and Kip. Love them. Love them. They're great. But yeah, it was a great show. I had a lot of fun watching it.
All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go down by episode by episode. So we're gonna start out with rookies. So this episode is basically the start of it all. I mean, this is about their rookie year, and boy, do they speed through the year.
I
In the
literally, I don't know what year it is by the time they get to the end of the show because I'm like, how much time has passed?
it's just so crazy because so basically you start out with Shane introducing himself to Ilya outside smoking, and for me, as soon as Ilya looked at him with that little smirk, I said, "Oh, we get started already." Like I was like, we already here. It ain't just
hmm
oh hi." No, it was a very much a look at him like, "Oh, you like me or something? Like why you out here talking to me?" That's what
hmm
I got from it. And they did. It's so funny how they did this. I was like, okay, so they're gonna like talk to each other more. Let's do that. It skipped like 6 months.
hmm
It's just very weird. I was like, this is. I've never seen a show skip time like this.
Is it like that in the book where it skips time
Yeah,
frequently?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah. So
Interesting.
basically, so the book starts off with basically, uh, kind of like I don't say epilogue or what it tells you about their future. It's so weird. So the book
Mm.
starts off with like 2016 and
Oh,
whatever, and kind of just them already enthralled, and all that,
yeah.
and then it jumps back like, oh yeah, here's 2008. This is when it started. I was like,
Mm.
that's how the
Oh,
book.
well, 8 years. Yeah, that's a long
Yeah,
time.
so that's how the book starts. So it's just that was interesting to find out. I didn't know
hmm
that when I first watched the first two episodes. I didn't read the book yet. So after reading the book, I was like, oh, this is so interesting the way they're doing it and how close they are to the book. Oh, let me
hmm
make sure I said that too. The book is also by author named by Rachel Reed. There's 6 books in the Game Changer series. Heated Rivalry is the second book in the series. So, which is so
Oh,
interesting. Also, the way they
yeah.
start there. So it's the second book in the series, and it
Oh, yeah,
focuses
yeah,
on
yeah.
Ilya.
I
Um,
remember you telling me
Rachel.
about that because I'm like, because you said the first book was about Scott and Kip, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay,
and that's called Game Changer, the first book. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, and fun fact, I guess, the book is based off of a Bucky and Steve fanfic, Stucky. So that's where that's the archetype of Kip and
I've
Scott.
never heard
So
Stucky before. That's hilarious.
yeah, so that's where it came from. So that's so funny to me when I found that out. I was like, oh, cool. But yeah,
hmm
so basically this just goes off of them, having their first encounter to them to I think Ilya winning the first game, then Shane winning the next game, and then Ilya being the first draft pick, Shane being the second draft pick, which you see is adored by.
hmm
Um oh I was like, see DJB is in the comments.
Yep.
So there's it. Let's see 1 second. Well, watch it. Um, no, yeah. Actually. So, Heated Rivalry and The Long Game are focused on Ilya and Shane. The other books are different couples. I've only dived into the Heated Rivalry book and the Game Changer book.
Oh, bring your mic
So,
closer.
oh, sorry, my bad. Oh yeah, so the Game Changer book is about Skip and I mean Skip. I call it Skip, but it's Scott and Kip. I just
Ah, the ship.
yeah yeah. I'm so used to seeing that now. I'll just say them
Mm-hmm.
automatically. Holinov is the one for Shane and Ilya.
Oh, okay.
Um, but yes, that's what those books are. The other books, I haven't gotten into them, but I believe yes, they are different couples as the books go on.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, back to this episode. So, yeah, so we get that we see them, progress. They have their encounters. Uh, Ilya is definitely more forward one here, the one that's like, showing off, and Shane is a lot more cautious. It's so weird. You would think Ilya would be more cautious from Russia and all that stuff, but
Yeah, I
you
I
know,
was I was shocked about that. He does seem like a little bit more like I guess not as afraid of being caught. And I don't know if it's because he's in America, so it's like, less consequences, I guess, versus in Russia, I'm sure he probably would have acted differently. But I don't know. I feel like that's also kind of like a part of like the bad boy nature of it. It's like I don't care who sees this, like let's just do it.
I do think that is something to do with the him not being in Russia, because we see later on in like the second episode where he is like not here, like basically don't talk to me here, like
Mm-hmm.
basically, um, and he has a lot going on.
He does.
Um,
He does.
yeah, Ilya, Shane is more his mom, his mom's his manager. She's very much let's get these endorsements. You are a role model, don't forget that. All the kids look up to you. Even I want to say, I don't know whoever leads the team, commissioner or whatever of the team, was like so happy to be Asian Canadian, and all that. We
Oh
bring
yeah.
diversity. I was like, oh, okay. You just said that straight to his face
Yeah,
like
that
that. All
was
right.
crazy.
Yeah, I was like, okay, but you could see that it was like staring down at him, and Shane was like looking back, but like scared. It's so
Mm-hmm.
funny the dynamic to watch them, and Ilya pretty much like, what's your room number? We see the first gratuitous sex scene. I feel like
Mm-hmm.
it is a long one too. I was like, this is impressive. I was like, it's a long sex scene. I was real surprised.
Yeah, it was
Um,
definitely HBO going back to their roots, I feel like a little bit with
well,
that.
hold on, don't get people mad now. This is about Crave. This is about
Oh,
Crave
true. Yeah,
anime.
true, true,
Don't get the
true.
people mad. Like, because
True,
I see people
true.
complain about it, like, this is Crave.
Okay, that's
HBO just
fair.
picked
That's
it up.
fair. I guess you could say they should
Like,
have similar taste, similar
yes,
taste.
I wasn't surprised that HBO would be the one to show
Yeah,
this.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, I am. Then after that, they have their encounter, and it just seems like, I don't know. Shane is just like, like I want, he wants it again, obviously, but you can tell he's like very like, don't tell anybody, type of
Mhm.
thing. And I'm like, you really think he gonna tell anybody? Let's be real here. Like, both of y'all are like got something on the line,
Mhm.
and you don't even realize how much Ilya has on the line. Like, in general, just y'all being hockey players. Apparently there is no out hockey player right now,
Mhm.
so that's
Do you
crazy
know
too.
if that's true in real life right now? There's
No,
no
right now,
like.
yeah, yeah, right now there isn't
Oh
one
wow,
still.
that's
So,
crazy. Yeah,
so
I feel like there's maybe one or two guys in the NFL that are openly gay, but even then, it's still like low number of people.
yeah, this is such a timely thing. I think he wrote
Mm-hmm.
in, I want to say, 2018, 2019, or something like that. And but she wrote about 2000, like 2008 and stuff like that. And the
Mm-hmm.
Olympics that she brings up is a Olympics that actually happened. So it's like some stuff is real, some stuff is not. I've been
Mm.
finding out that the logos for the teams are sexual innuendos as well. Uh,
Oh.
Ilya's is a canon,
Uh
and
huh.
Shay's is like looks like a bit over. It's very
Oh.
interesting. Yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
wow.
So
That's
funny.
crazy. Now I have to look them up.
So that was one thing they did is just every logo to make it look like something like that. I was like, that's funny.
Mm, that's smart. That's funny. Yeah.
It is. But yeah, let me see. What else happens here? So basically, they do all that. Then I feel like I'm skipping over a lot of stuff. But then Shane becomes Rookie of the Year, and they have that argument outside on the roof because Shane just thinks Ilya's only upset because he just didn't win, and you just want to win. Blah blah. No, Ilya's like, I gotta go home for 3 days,
Hmm.
and I get blamed when my team loses, like every time. And I'm also getting asked for money left and right. So maybe like I get it. Shane doesn't know.
Hmm.
Shane doesn't know. And also they have confirmed that Shane is on the spectrum as well.
Mm,
And it the when he folds his clothes when they have their first sexual encounter, I was like, oh, this is so
yeah.
cute. I was like, what is that though? They're like, what like, and we found out that that is one of the teams is from Canada. That's Shane Hollander's team. Uh, I want to make sure I say it right.
That's the guy
Montreal
wearing the.
Metros.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's the guy wearing the blue jersey under
Yeah,
Trayvon's portrait. Yeah.
yes. And then we have Ilya Rozanov, and his team is the Boston Raiders. I want to
Yep.
say that's right.
Hmm.
Yeah, and so one's in Canada, one's in Boston. Um, and but I mean, they play against different teams, different places. But yeah, I believe the show was filmed in Canada. Yeah, and it's a Canada Crave Canada streaming service original.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, so then they had that argument basically, and Ilya's reckless as he always is, and he
Hmm.
kisses him on the roof. But then it's like Shane kisses him back, and then Shane's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You kissed him back, sir. What do you mean?"
Like, no, stop.
Yeah, I'm like, "You did it back, so you can't get that bad." And and they kind of ended there, and they always do this "see you next season" thing, and that's where the first episode ends. So what do you think about it, Jamie? I know we were talking about it through it, but what do you think about this episode overall?
Yeah, that first episode was definitely like, especially with the time jumps and everything. I felt like I was all over the place, and I was like, "Whoa!" Like there is so much happening, and like there all these games, and like the years are flying by. But then I feel like everything kind of came together for me, and that those last few scenes where they're just like talking on the roof, and it's like you can you see the I guess dilemma that they're going through with like like oh we can't like openly do anything like this but we're still like attracted to each other, so kind of wondering where things were gonna go from there after they said like see you next season. I'm like, oh, is it gonna like I guess are they gonna lean more into like the hockey side of things where they're just like really aggressive on the ice, but then it's because they like each other but they can't be together. I don't know. But yeah, I haven't seen a show like this, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But I was intrigued to see more for sure. That first episode is wild. It is wild.
Yes, it is. I will say that's very true. I'm trying to remember in this episode. I'm be honest. See, episode 1 and 2 blended a lot for me. I'm trying to remember if that is the one where he finally got to come back to. Remember that they planned to have a date or whatever to come back and have sex or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the reason they planned is because Scott Hunter was next door
Uh,
to
I
them.
I
I
feel like
can't
that was the second
remember.
episode.
It's blending so hard for me right now. I can't even because I know the second one was called Olympians, and I'm just like I'm
Uh-huh.
trying to remember. Did it all happen just in the Olympic part? I don't think so. I feel like that maybe that part was at the beginning of the episode. 'Cause I feel like Shane was playing hard to get for a while with, and they skipped a lot of almost I felt like years at that point
Yeah, yeah,
where
yeah.
they
Long, long time.
yeah. So that let's. I hope I'm not blending these episodes together. I really hope that's the second episode. I can't think of it. I can't remember.
I feel like it
They
is.
blended. All right.
Hmm.
All right. So let's go on to the second episode then. This one's called Olympians. Basically they're going to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there's Ilya's on a Russian team. Shane is on the American team, and Scott Hunter is the captain of the American team. Um, and basically in this episode they're I feel like I'm skipping some things over. But anyway, basically we'll just do this. So basically they are now texting each other, I believe. Now they have their weird name choice. Well, it's not weird. It's Jane for Shane and then Lily for Ilya.
Mm-hmm.
It's cute. So they can talk to each other. But some of the stuff they're saying, I'm like, people read it, they would know that's not.
Yeah, and like Ilya sends Shane a dick pic or something at some point, and like Lily
Like,
wouldn't have it there, or at least you wouldn't expect Lily to have it there.
yeah, this was very interesting. I was like, oh, okay, this is cute, but it's weird, but all right.
Yeah.
Um, and then I think the main thing in this whole episode is at the beginning where uh I want to say I can't remember the name of the other teammate of the American team, but he's like they're,
Oh.
they're going to
Mm-hmm.
a figure skating thing,
Mm-hmm.
uh, a, a male figure skating, I believe it was, or ice skating, and Shane's like, that's one of my friend Joe, and I would love to show up for him, and they're like, okay, yeah, and the guy was like, it's brave for him to be here doing that here, uh, you know, being gay is kind of outlawed in Russia. I feel like, um, you get a lot of trouble for it. It's scary to
Which
the there.
I guess I don't know if I missed something there or if we're just like making assumptions about the skater's sexuality. Like, did he ever
He
say
is.
he was gay? Oh,
No,
okay,
he just made us
okay,
think like we are he because it's a male ice
yeah,
skate
because it
ice
seems like a
skater.
feminine like kind
Yeah,
of thing. Basically, I
and
see.
that's what he did, and it just was the fact that they said it was dangerous, and then you could see Shane's face like basically go pale. He's just like, oh, so this is why he didn't want to come. I feel like that's when he got the realization finally that this is why he doesn't want to come back here,
Mm,
or he's so afraid, and now maybe understand why he said I go home in 3 days, and why he wasn't smiling when he said it, you
mm-hmm.
know. I remember I was a little annoyed when Shane didn't understand that in the first episode. Anyway, I was like, you don't understand why he look at his face. He's not smiling when he said that. Like he's not happy to go home. But and they don't really talk. They just have sex and then just flirt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's all they did. They flirted, they have sex, and then they never talk about anything. Um,
Yeah, I feel like episode 2 is when I was starting to be like, all right, like, sex, great, but like, are y'all gonna have a conversation?
yeah,
Like, what is happening? I was still gonna watch it, of course, because I know you were interested, and
yeah,
one of the big reasons, obviously, well, I guess not necessarily obviously, but one of the reasons I started watching the show is because Trey Mom was watching it. And he was like, nobody else was gonna watch it. I'm like, listen, I'll watch it with you.
yeah. Appreciate that.
I really enjoyed it, so it all worked out. But I was starting to be like, dang, Trayvon, if they're just having sex all the time, I'm like, I don't know how long I can hang on, but no, they do talk. They do talk after a while, so it's good.
I think that's why they, I guess, did the 2 episodes out of the way. I feel like the most sexually charged episodes I felt were the first two.
Yeah.
And I didn't mind that, but I was like, okay, this is now I got to read this damn book because I got to know.
Mm,
I just need to know what happens here and why people are so obsessed with it. I love the sex and stuff too, but I was like, well, I know they fall in love, but how? Like, we only got 6 episodes to do this in.
yeah.
So what's
Yeah, that's
going
true.
on? Especially when they did what they did with the third episode. I was like, hold on, now we only got 5 episodes to do this in.
Mm-hmm.
What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, this episode was just about that him going to the Olympics. Shane trying to talk to Ilya when he finally saw him, and Ilya was just like not here,
Yeah.
like stern, like don't talk to me here. I'm not gonna answer your text. It was very mean.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
was very mean. I felt like I was like, hi, Ilya. I mean, I don't know. Tell him like, I don't like being here. I don't. I get it. He's trying to be the hard guy, trying to be the macho, the mask. I don't know. Just didn't want to
Mm-hmm.
break down. No,
Yeah.
no cracks in my armor.
I feel
Type
like
of
he
thing.
did that especially in Russia because like I guess how close they were starting to get. He's like, listen, if you're like close to me for extended periods of time, like I'm gonna break. So we just can't. There's you just gotta cut it off for a bit.
Yeah, you saw. I mean, you kind of saw like when he got really scared when they had sex for the first time, and he was like worth the wait, and then Shane like kissed his mouth and his forehead, and you could see Ilya's face go like, "I get the fuck out of here!" Like you could see it. I was like, "Oh shit!" I was like, "Here we go."
Yep.
And
Yep.
he was like, "All right, time for me to go now."
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "Oh no, oh no, he liked me too much. Let me get out of here."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and you could tell. I mean, you don't talk to him like this long, or I- in my experiences, hookups don't start with kissing. A lot of times, to be honest with you, so this was very interesting. Even the first time they hooked up, I was like, you kind of like him then, because it's not just sex. When you start off with kissing, like you just start off with get, just go to it. And so I was
Mm-hmm.
really surprised that when they first did that, I was like, oh, this ain't just a regular hookup
Mm-hmm.
for you either.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Um, so that was a big deal for me when I first saw that. So I was like, Ilya, you do have feelings for him, you just don't want to acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Shane, you start seeing Shane actually has them too, and that's freaking you out. So yeah, I mean that's basically what I feel like the first two episodes was about. Um, I'm trying to remember the ending of the second episode right now.
Um.
I remember. He won. So okay, this is funny because in the book, this was a little different. So in when they were at the
Oh,
award,
bring your mic back.
oh sorry, I keep moving. Sorry, I get so excited moving.
No, you're good. You're good.
um, but yeah, so when they go, so they're the awards, and who's going to figure out, I believe, MVP of the year. I can't remember what the award was for. It might have been
Oh
MVP.
yeah, yeah. I think it was
Um,
MVP.
but basically Shane is there getting ready to, to get ready to go on stage and present an award to somebody else. And Ilya comes from behind him. He's like, "Where have you been, barely?" And he was like, "I've been busy." And Shane was like, "With who?" I was like, "What the jealousy? Here it is." I
Mm-hmm.
was like, "Here it is." And in the book, it's so funny. In the book, it's not uh actually Ilya's in the bathroom panicking about seeing
Oh.
Shane, which is so
Oh.
interesting. I was like,
Yeah.
I wish they like, I was like, oh, I wish they just showed us that.
Mm-hmm.
It would have gave
Played it
because
up more.
I was kind of mad at it for a while. And when the first, like, I was like, I get you going through your family and stuff, but it's not Shane's fault. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
why are you treating him this way? But then when I read the book, I was like, all right, fine, I get it, because it's a lot of more inner monologue that you hear about, and little scenes that they
Mm-hmm.
don't show in the show, like
Yeah.
him being in the bathroom panicking before he goes on stage with her. I was like, okay, I understand where you at, but of course he had to come and say he was like with who, and I was like, oh, come on, man, so don't do that. But then they get on stage and he like put his hand down his touches the ass and what.
Yeah.
I was like, you
Yeah.
stop playing with him.
I know. Yeah, that was frustrating for me too. I was like, "What are we doing? What are we
I was
doing?"
like, you act like you don't like him, or hey, tell him leave you alone and all that, and then you do that, and it just mess with your mental. Like I was like,
Mm-hmm.
don't. And then they get in the bathroom, and then he was like, I just want you to suck. And I was like, come on, man, don't talk to him like that. You know he down bad already. Don't
Mm-hmm.
make it worse. And he cracked so fast. Shay was so bad, but then it just the eye work, the acting that Hudson Williams was doing when they were in that bathroom scene, it was just I was like, man, look, y'all, I get Connor, doing the Russian accent and everything, but Hudson was acting his ass off with just I
Mm-hmm.
in that scene. I was like, he's so down bad for Ilya. And I was like, Ilya just playing with him. Like, stop doing that. You hurting him. Like,
I know.
yeah, I felt so bad for Shay. Oh, I was like, Shay, just walk out the bathroom, man. And say, fuck this.
Yeah, yeah, he had to stand up for himself at some point because it was, and I feel like no, I wouldn't say 100% the roles get reversed later in the show, but I do feel like Shane starts to take more control and Ilya gives more away.
Yeah, yeah, I do feel that way too. He starts to let. I feel like he starts to let Shane in, or starts to
Mm-hmm.
let. Shane is already. If Ilya can't tell, Shane's already giving like I'm damn near in love with you. You know it.
Yep,
You
yep.
playing with me, but you
Mm-hmm.
know it. I haven't said it, but you can tell by how I act, how I talk, how I look at you. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it is playing with that. I feel like a lot. And then eventually he starts to crack and starts to let it go, especially in upcoming 4 episode when we get to number 4. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think I have anything else to say about this episode. I think that the ending of the episode is like after he wins, they they have their sex or whatever, and then in the elevator, Shane is like, "We didn't even kiss."
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah,
That hurt me so
that was
bad.
yeah, I was about to say I was hurt. I was hurt. I kind of noticed that too. I was like, "Oh, okay, it's like not as like I guess like intimate in a different sense
Yeah.
than it was before. And then he was like typing it out and like erasing it and typing. I was like, oh yeah, he's hurting. He's
The second
hurting.
episode that felt more like the hookups that I've used to. That's what that
Mm.
felt like.
Mm-hmm.
The having sex and just leaving and not like no intimacy at all there. Like even
Mm-hmm.
Shane tried to talk to him in the bed, and as soon as he tried to talk to him about Russia or whatever, because now Shane knows that Russia's dangerous,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Do you have to go back?" Da da da. And as soon as he said that, that's when he was, "Oh, I have to go to bed. I have to get some sleep or whatever." And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, "Yeah, just talk to him. He wanted to talk to you. You know you
I
like him.
know.
Stop." But yeah, so that's where that ends there. Like we didn't even
Mm-hmm.
kiss. That was hurtful.
That was.
Oh my god. I've cried so many times in the show. I was like, oh poor baby. I was like, y'all so young, he's like 25, I believe, like the age like
Yeah,
they're
I
so
was
young.
reading that too. Like, oh
They're
damn.
so come on. It's weird. Like this show kind of matched up with their I feel like their actual ages for like how they're portrayed in the show.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's episode 2. Now let's get to episode 3. Now this one was interesting because I remember Jacob Tierney, the showrunner, he was like, episode 3 is when we deviate from the book.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what does that? Because by the time episode 3 came, I believe I already read Heated Rivalry. I already read the book.
So did you start reading it after you saw episode two, or
Yeah,
when did you? Oh,
yeah,
okay. Oh
yeah.
wow. So like within a week then.
Yeah, the book's not long, but
Uh.
like 10 hours long.
Oh
So,
okay.
the audiobook was 10 hours long.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, I was like, oh, so let me read this. And I was like, when he started deviating, I said, deviate how? And then I remember episode 3, they kept it, they all they called it was episode 3. And I was like, what the hell is this episode called? Like, what's going on? And then we get the start of this episode where basically that same conversation about Russia not being safe for gay people, it moves to Scott Hunter's reaction to that statement. And then we find out about him. Um and what he's going through. And
Mm-hmm.
so I'll just run that episode real quick. So basically, he meets Kip at a smoothie place, and Kip is beautiful as well, just like Scott. And uh, and basically, they bond over this Blue Moon over Brooklyn. Blue Moon over Brooklyn
Mm-hmm.
smoothie. I can't remember. I don't know why I remember that. That's to show you how obsessed I am with the show.
You're
And
gonna get one to come back to New York. Find you a
yeah,
kip.
and so he adds banana to the smoothie, and they kind of
Mm-hmm.
flirt over that, and it's so
Mm-hmm.
cute. I was like, "This is so cute," and I was like, and then then Scott leaves. I was like, "Okay,
Yep.
like what we doing?" And then uh, and then the guy was like, "That's Scott Hunter." And he didn't even know he was a hockey player. He just thought it was beautiful. And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"This." Is so cute. And then he comes back a few times. I'm like, "Okay, now you need to go ahead like do something. Like this get this smoothie 3 times. Like,
Yep.
come on." And it's cute because his friends are noticing, and now he's like into hockey now, trying to watch it and
Mm-hmm.
to talk to him about it, um, and then eventually I think Scott was like, "Do you want to come to my game?" And he was like, "I have 2 seats. Nobody's using them." And then oh my God, I hate this, but somebody pointed out why he's not using them because his parents aren't in the seats. I was like,
Mm.
"Oh my God!" I was like, "Why would y'all like?" Jesus.
Yeah.
So, that shit me when I first got it. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I didn't think about that." And
Yeah, I
episode
kind of, I
2
feel like I assumed that his parents were there, but maybe he had like more than two seats. But no, yeah, now you say that, I'm like, yeah, that is probably what it is.
yeah, but yeah, so, he does that, and his friend, Elena is there, so he works with Maria, and she's the one that keeps saying, "Girl." And then
Yep.
'cause I was saying, I'm like, "Bro, you see me talking?" Like, yeah, get in there, keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Your ass is there. Like, I love that they're so supportive. Like, they're
Mm-hmm.
just like, it was so funny in the bar. He was like, "Oh, he's probably not gay, or whatever." They were like, "Make him gay." I was like, "That's right." I was like,
Yep.
"I know that's right. That's exactly right." I love that. I love his friend group and his dad. The
Yeah,
the
his dad
relationship
was
was so
very
sweet.
sweet. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that. It's so encouraging, and you could do it. Very. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, then they start. I don't know. I guess he well, okay, so he's working. Kip is trying to make any money he can any way,
Mhm.
waitering, the smoothie shop, whatever, and he runs into Scott there, and Scott is still winking at him and everything else, like doing too much, sir. Take me
Mhm.
home. Or what you gonna do? Take me home or what? What's going on? And eventually they do that, and it's great, and a lot more emotional and than and Shane.
Yeah.
Very a much cuter
Mhm.
interaction. Both still sexy though, but much cuter.
Yeah.
Um, and, that happens, and then Scott basically telling him, "Hey, I can't come out, but I do want you, and please be here." Like and it's great. It's
Mhm.
great for a while, and then they try to go out to like a art gallery, and Scott kind of freaks out,
Mhm.
and cause he's scared of because Kip is talking like it's down by the we can put this by the bedroom or whatever. It's just like shh,
Yeah.
like don't do
Yeah.
that here, and and I understood it because I understand DL. I get it. This is my double song, but it's how it goes. And Kip is still so understanding, and so like I get it. It's fine. Don't And Scott's very much like this isn't fine.
Mhm.
And I'm sorry. I did want to try. And then his friends are Elena especially is coming more concerned about it, and she's just like, okay, like what's the plan? Like, uh, you're already out. I know you don't want to go
Mhm.
back into the closet.
Right.
That's not what you want. Even though Kip is just like, oh, it's fine. I'm happy as I ever been. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure you
Mm.
are, but
After that
you
honeymoon period.
yeah, like this is cool, but you can't go anywhere with him, and you got to
Mhm.
keep lying to everybody. 'Cause everybody's like, oh, your boyfriend, like that's not my boy. He got to keep
Mhm.
reiterating, that's not my boyfriend. That's not what's going on. He just gets smoothie from me, and I'm like, these people aren't dumb, you
Right.
know. And then Elena finally talks to him and basically tells him, I want my friend to still be like outside in the sun, see some
Mhm.
sunshine, which I
Yep.
thought that was cute. And then she was like, but you do too. You should have sunshine too. Like you guys should have
Mhm.
to hide in the shadows too. And then basically after that, that's kind of when it falls apart. And then it's like, I'm having, a little small birthday at a gay bar. I
Oh,
kind of
bring
felt
your mic
like
closer.
God damn it. I feel like he should have said. I feel like he should have said gay bar. After he said that,
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
I felt like that scared him a little bit. When he
Yeah,
said that.
yeah.
I was
He
like,
definitely could have just
ooh,
said it was a bar, and then they show up. It's like, oh yeah, it is gay.
yeah, it's a sports bar. That's
A
what he should have
sports
said.
bar, yeah.
But that's what it was. That's all I kept watching was damn
Honestly,
hockey in
yeah,
there.
and it's like a bunch of dudes to be in a sports bar anyway,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
it
would
would have
have
been
made sense.
fine. Um, and after that happened, basically that was the end of it. And but Scott, I don't know. I'm trying to remember this. The simplest the end episode, but he still had. Kip gave him these like blue socks that had bananas on them, so it like matched the smoothie. That was so cute. And he's
Mm-hmm.
still wearing them in the episode, but just covering them up.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, yeah, uh, that was the third episode. I Such a more wholesome story than the other two.
Yeah, I would definitely. I think now that I've seen everything, I don't know if Scott and Kip are still my favorite couple, but they're still up there. They're still
Hmm.
up there. I
Hmm.
loved the um, kind of, I guess, more like classic romance story. Like you just meet at a random place and then slowly start like getting to know each other, like liking each other more, like all that kind of stuff. And then they still had the sex, but it felt even for me like it feels more meaningful because they're
Yeah,
actually like they actually not that Shane and Ellie didn't care about each other at that point, but it's like they Scott and Kip really cared about each other when they finally were like able to get together like that. And then interestingly, I don't know if you ever read like the 50 Shades of Grey books.
I watched the movies, but not the book. I haven't
I
read the
feel
book.
like the movies don't do them justice. I'm not
Oh,
gonna
okay.
lie, but I I listened to the audiobook. And funny enough, I listened to the audiobook like a long time ago for all three books, and I do feel like there's like a little bit of a similar kind of like story arc between like Christian Grey as like one of the main characters and like Anastasia Steele and like them like trying to figure out how to have this relationship without like Anastasia like wants to fully be out there like I'm your girlfriend or whatever, blah blah, and like Christian's into like BDSM type stuff, and he like
Right.
kind of want to keep things on lock, and he's like a control freak and all of that, and I kind of felt like similar. I guess like a similar situation with Scott and Kip, where like Scott he kind of want to have like everything controlled, like oh you just stay at my house, like you don't have to go
Hmm.
out, like everything will be taken care of, and Kip's like I wouldn't say he's a free spirit, but like like any normal person, he wants to go outside sometimes,
Right. Right.
and like not feel like someone's secret. I think they even said that in the episode,
Yeah.
like you don't want to be
Yeah.
somebody's secret. So, um, yeah, I really like their story. I part of me wishes they got another episode, but I get it. I get it. But it was good. I really liked it.
That's kind of why I'm hoping for. I guess next season they get more episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully they can, split it out. And even the showrunner did say that they're heavily involved in the book after this called The Common Goal. So he was
Mm.
like, hopefully they can, you know, he said he still plans to weave in the other characters in, but the story is ultimately focused on Shane and Ilya. So I honestly want a spinoff. I do. I
Yeah.
spin off to it. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that'd be great.
You can have the Ilya and Shane story. I don't know. Have another show for all the other. I don't know. I know we can have a spinoff for every book. I know, but like maybe one for the other characters, some kind of way. I don't know.
Yeah, especially with like what happens in episode 5, which we'll get to. But
Yeah,
like, I especially want to know how life changes for them after that. So,
yeah. Same. Oh, I mean, let's get on to episode 4 so we can get to episode 5. All right, let's get to this one. So episode 4, Rose.
hmm
Um, oh boy, this was a doozy. I would say.
oh, I want to say no. Yeah, this happens episode 4. So yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
So this one's a little doozy. So
hmm
it starts off with like them still playing on ice, having their sexual encounters, and boy, that was a shocker the way they weaved that in the beginning of the episode. I was like, ooh, I was like, okay. I wasn't even ready.
hmm
I was like, okay. So I didn't think they, I didn't know. I don't know. I didn't know if they would still be at it like this, kind of type of thing. But
hmm
I think maybe after what happened in episode 2, Shane was just like, all right, this is just sexual. That's it. Like that's where we're at. And then we get to the part where Shane comes to Ilya's house while he's in Boston, and
hmm
they do what they normally do because Shane's like, "This house is amazing. This is so nice. You get this built." Shane, and Ilya's just like, "Bruh, come on, get up here. We'll talk about
Yep.
that after."
Yep.
Um, and that's cool, and they do all that, and then Ilya asks him to stay. That was I was like,
I
"Oh,
was like,
okay."
yes,
I was like, "Here we
yes.
go, here we go." It's so funny because then Ilya was like pretending to be asleep when Shane woke up. I was like, "You already
hmm
stared at him, so cute." Then they got out. He was like, "You want something to eat?" And Shane just thinks it's all sexual. And then Shane's like, "Want something to eat?" And Shane's like, oh, "No." Ilya said, "Want something to eat?" And Shane was like, "Well, for what?" He was like, "Food, idiot." That's what Ilya was like. It was like, "I'm not. Yes, I know. I usually am just that, but I
hmm
do. And you could tell. So uh, he gives him the ginger ale. Uh, that's such a big deal. Cause just like,
Yeah.
oh, that's so cute. I was like, so you reading the book does get us a lot of context. He's like, oh, so he really does. He really cares. He
Yeah,
went
he
out
cared.
grocery
There
shopping.
was I think it was in episode 2 where Shane talks about like oh he like prefers ginger ales with one of his teammates like at his teammate's house or something like
Hayden.
that.
Yeah, Hayden.
Yeah, yeah. So then when Ilya brought it on, I was like, oh, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, I was like, so
cool.
you went grocery shopping, and then he was like, you want tuna melt or whatever. And then when he pulled it out, I was like, you had the ingredients all sitting
Mm-hmm.
right there. So like this was a plan. This was such a
Mm-hmm.
plan, and it was so cute. I can't smile for it. It was just was the cutest thing. I was
mm-hmm.
like, oh, this is great. And, then I didn't like that they were sitting so far apart the damn couch though. I was like,
Oh
what is
yeah,
that? I was
the
like,
rich
what
people
is
couches too much space.
this? I was like, sit beside each other. But then they start talking a little bit. and just sports talk kind of thing,
Mhm.
little small talk. And then he gets I'm trying to remember if the call to his no, okay. They were talking, and then he started talking about that he likes girls, and so he broke up Svetlana. Uh,
Mhm.
that basically it's just a friend with benefits. That's what she is. That's what it seems like.
Yeah.
Apparently, she's known him since she was little, so they've
Is
grown up together.
she? Do they describe her as like a black lady in the book too, or?
Don't remember
Because I'm like,
that.
not that
And
black
she
people
also was
can't be
not.
in Russia, but I was like, why is she in Russia?
But she also wasn't in the book that much like
Oh
this.
yeah, you did say that
Yeah,
before.
she was
Yeah.
not. She did not grow up with him in the book. He met
Okay.
her
Yeah.
later in life from the book, but in the show, she's known him forever.
Mhm.
Um, as we find out later. But yeah, that was cute. Then they start talking, and then you can see Shane visibly getting uncomfortable when he's talking about girls, and uh, I like girls, da da da, and Ilya just try to get at, basically try to get at admit do we like girls or not. And I
Yep.
was like, Ilya, just ask him, damn, like just say it. And and he was like, yeah, of course I do. No, you don't.
Mhm.
Stop playing. He was like, of course I do. He was like, yeah. He's like, never see you with girls or whatever. And I was like, stop egging him on before he go do it. That's the
Mhm.
problem. Like, stop.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like he did. He kind of pressured him to go and do that. And I was like, stop, stop, stop. You don't want him to do that. Stop.
I think
Uh,
I think it's kind of one of those things where he was kind of pushing him away because it was again like, oh, we're getting like close, like
yeah.
maybe you go see if you like girls. I don't know.
But it was so weird. It was so jarring to me because I was like, you asked him to stay. You had the ginger ales and you like I have made like you have a whole case in there. Like
Mhm.
you had because I know you not that's not what you're drinking. You drinking vodka all the time. So like I don't think you
Mhm.
drinking ginger ale. I was like,
He's
so
hot and cold.
yeah, it's just like you like him a lot, but you keep asking about other people. Like don't Shane never wants to talk about it, but he knows that you. I'm sure there's plenty of pictures of you with different women,
Mhm.
TMZ, paparazzi, whatever. I'm sure they're taking pictures of you, and I'm sure it's all over the net, and I'm sure Shay sees it all the time. But he never see you with a guy or anything, so he just like, oh, it's fine. He still only want me though. And then he
Mhm.
says that he was like, yeah, yeah, I like girls too, but I like you too. And I was like, oh, this is so cute. Then he killed it immediately. He was like, yeah, you have a great mouth. I was like, why would you say that? I was like, just say you like him. I was like, God, man, I'm just I I do like the sexual stuff, but I was really this was cute. I was like,
Mhm.
I like this a lot.
I
Um,
know. And then the way the episode ends, I was a little distraught.
I was like, can we have one happy ending for this show? I was like, can we get one, please? But yeah, so then after that happens, basically his dad calls him because I mean, obviously you can see this dad has dementia. It's getting worse.
Mhm.
Um, the fact that he don't remember who his son was, he had to tell him and all that stuff. And I was like, "Where's your wife?" Like, I was like, "Yeah, where is his wife? Where like that his stepmom? He keep talking about where is she?
Yeah, yeah. At first, I thought you were talking about Ilya's mother that had passed, but no, yeah, his
No,
stepwife.
yeah,
Where has she been?
yeah. He keep bringing
Where
her
was she
up, but
at?
I was like, "Well, does she help? Does she like where is
Apparently
she?"
not. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
no, she might just be a
wild.
gold digger or something. If there's any
Yeah,
gold to dig, I don't know.
right. It's wild. And his brother's parent. That's when we found out that he's paying his brother to watch his dad, which is so wild.
Hmm. Yeah,
So you paying your brother to okay.
yeah.
That's such a crazy dynamic. Um and then he comes back to the chair and then Shane's like, how's your dad? And he's like, oh, you speak Russian now? Or whatever. And I was like, I wish you did. Damn it.
I know. I was low key thinking that he might by the time we got to the end of the show, where
Yeah.
he at least like knows a little bit.
Yeah.
That would have been cool.
Uh it would have been. Um but he knows, no, I just know the word for dad or whatever. And then you could see how it was enthralled by that. He was like, "Oh, this is so cute. Like, come here, just lay on my chest, blah blah." And here goes Shay. I was like, "God damn it, Shay, you didn't have to do that. Y'all were gay." It was. I don't think. I don't. I really, truly don't think Ilya was going for that right there at that moment. I think it was just
Mhm.
the lovey dovey. You can lay here. Let's just watch TV together. And then here goes
Mhm.
Shay slowly going down. I was like, all right, sir. It's. I get it. You sexual as hell. Goddamn.
Yep. Yep.
Um. But and then he freaked out after Ilya called him Shane for the first time. They've always been using their last names the whole time.
Mhm.
But he said Ilya back, and I'm just like, you said it back. Like it annoyed me. 'Cause I was like, you freaked out, but you also said it back. You said his name back. I see if he just said Shane, then you got up, but you said Ilya back. It's like, so
Mhm.
you can't be like, oh, it was just you. And I had to get up. I'm scared now. I was like, God damn it! Like you
Mhm.
just stayed over. You like obviously he like you, so why y'all not gonna get caught? Y'all in this glass ass house as it is. So that was
True, and they stay being glass houses. Now that I think
yeah.
about it.
That's what annoyed me so bad. I was
Yeah,
like, what are we doing? I was like, why
they
did you
want to
freak
get caught.
out? Yeah, that's what it felt like. I swear it
Mhm.
did. Like I was like, y'all already you sit on his lap and everything. I was like, come on. Like
Mhm.
it's that was so the the first one, two, four are so frustrating for me. Three is like set. Three wasn't bad because I read the book already. I'm not gonna lie, and
Mm.
knew I already what was coming, so I was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, it's fine," you know. But like, I did read the book for the rest of us too, but I was like, "Damn!" I didn't know where they were going to end each one of these episodes.
Mm.
Like how they kept ending them so in such like for me, the next part episode, the road state, which is devastating for me. I was like, I don't like this. Don't do this. Don't do this, Shay. You don't want to do this. We know you know you're doing it because he kept pressuring
See,
you.
oh, I remember messaging you. I'm like, damn. Not only did they break up, but now they're with women now. I'm like, that's
But I told you that's the thing
crazy.
I hate when they do in these like gay shows. Like it just made me think. There was this movie I watched like I don't know a couple years ago where there was a gay couple together. He cheated with a woman. I was like,
Ah.
don't do this shit to me. I was like, no, don't do it.
Mm,
But hey, it would look they were cute together.
yeah.
So he goes, so he gets called by one of his friends, I guess on a team or something, and he's like, come to this bar. Uh, the what do you say? The cast of X Squad is here. That was so funny.
Mm.
I was like, this is a knockoff of X Men. What's going on? And then he comes there. He's like, Rose Landry's here, man. I was like, who the hell?
Yeah.
I was okay, like, and, and he just happened to sit there, and they hit it off because she is nice, she is sweet, and everything. It's
Hmm.
cute. It is cute. I'm just like,
Yeah, it was bittersweet because I'm like, I'm happy that Shane is kind of getting more of an like emotional connection with
yeah,
someone, and he doesn't feel like ashamed of it, or well, not
yeah,
ashamed, but like doesn't want to hide it from people. But it was like we know who he was supposed to be with.
yeah. Very public, very all over the pictures were
Hmm.
everywhere. I I get to get a sick little joy from Ilya seeing it, and you
Yep.
could see his jealousy. I said, yeah, finally, admit your goddamn feelings, and maybe things will be
Hmm.
better. He was so pissed off too. He was like, he took the phone for the guy. He was like, I was like, damn. I was like, okay. Um, but yeah, and then basically it ends with him. I guess them. Oh, no, it's weird. So the episode they do all that, then they go to a club,
Yeah.
which is a weird encounter. Uh, especially with her friend, that part where he like gets up behind Shane. I was like, what is?
That was making me a little uncomfortable. Like, I get it, you're gay, but
Yeah,
also like back off. Like, I
yeah.
don't
Like
know you.
that part throws me off because I can't remember. I don't remember that happening in the book at all. I don't know. But
Oh,
that was.
interesting.
I don't remember that in the book. So I was a little jarred by that. I was like, what? I was like, what are you doing? Like he never
Yeah.
gave the indication that he wanted that, or anything. I was like, so what?
Hmm.
What was the thought
And it's like
process behind it?
that's your friend's boyfriend too. So it was weird.
But also Shane didn't stop him. I was like, Shane, I know
He
you
I
feel him
don't think I
behind you.
literally I don't think he knew.
You
I don't
don't
think
think
he knew what
because it
was
felt like he
going
got real
on.
neck. I was like, it looked like he was on his neck. That's why I was like,
I feel like he thought
Shane.
he was being weird and not like, oh, I'm attracted to you kind of way.
Yeah, I know he was like, I gotta go to the bathroom or whatever he said
Mm-hmm.
to get away from them. But that was a while after. Like he was standing for a while before he said that. I was like,
Yeah.
okay. And, then he started realizing that Ilya is there based on his friend group. He sees some of his friends. He's like, oh crap, Ilya must be here too. And he basically looking
Mm-hmm.
for him. And Ilya's there too. And then that weird thing what Miles did, he looked at Ilya and was like, I was like, what is going on? I was like, no, 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 no. Well, I don't want this either. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want him with Rose. I damn sure don't want you doing Miles either. This is not what we're here for. Do not do this to me. Um, both of those things devastated me. I was like, don't do this. Don't do. What does this look? Uh,
Yeah.
what
Oh,
does
it
this
was
look?
crazy.
I was like, Ilya, please don't do this. Please, just I'd rather you go with a girl right now than do that. Don't do that. Um, and then they see each other and uh, yeah, Ilya's like kissing this girl and doing it on purpose, basically
Mm-hmm.
to uh to mess with Shane. And then they leave, and it's Shane and Rose is about to what they do. They go have sex or whatever, and it looks like it looks like Ilya went home by herself and helped
Mm-hmm.
herself. But when to find out, from what I understand, that was Shane envisioning Ilya in his mind, to get him
Oh.
through the sex with
I
Rose.
did. I thought it was just him alone.
Yeah,
Like
so
he was
apparently
like, oh, I don't actually want this girl. Like I want Shane, but I can't tell him.
yeah, so it was like his imagination of what to see Ilya like that to get him through.
I did kind
Uh,
of think like Shane was thinking of Ilya. I guess when I was cutting back and forth, but I also thought that it was. I don't know. I guess based on what happens in the next episode, it kind of seems like Shane got soft at some point, and I thought he was thinking of Ilya. So I'm like, why would he? I don't know. Maybe he just can. He can get through it.
yeah, I guess that's what happened. Because obviously, I mean, this is the end episode. Do you have anything else to say about this episode? I mean,
Um, I was hurt. I was hurt by the end. That was it.
yeah, I was like, okay, we gotta get past this.
Yeah.
um, yeah, we can go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh, and I hit the wrong button. Boom. All right, episode 5. I'll believe in anything.
Hmm.
Um, I was very happy that we got past the roast thing quickly. I was like, yes. I was like, this is great. We didn't drag it on. Oh, what happened to my light? All right, there we go. Yeah, well, we didn't drag it on for 3 episodes. I swear, it's a lot of these shows where they'll drag on these things where we know that's not what he wants,
Hmm.
and it'll be a couple episodes. I was like, oh, I was the pacing of that. I was like, okay, it
Yeah.
happened. She called him out. That was amazing. He has great like facial reaction, like the way he does it. And I was like, and when she was asking, she was like, "Have you ever been with a guy?" Uh, let me go back. So I'm getting too go too fast. So basically, they wake up in bed, and she's like, "Oh, I have to get back to my call or whatever." And he's like, "I'm sorry for last night." And she was like, "Oh, it's fine." And I was like, "It's not fine," but So
Hmm.
look, it was very awkward. It was a very
Hmm.
awkward moment. She was like, "Let's have dinner, just us." So I was like, "Oh, what does that mean?" I knew what that meant. I was ready. I was like, "Yeah, let's go. Let's get to this dinner. Let's
Yeah.
get to this
Like,
talk."
let's talk. We
Yeah,
should talk.
yeah. I did. That was very close. Like a lot of this stuff is very close to the book. That was like almost word for word. Like a lot of that.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I do like how they like cut in the Ilya scenes and stuff. I thought that was really cool. I mean, she basically was like, "I know." She's like, "It's
Hmm.
okay. I know." And
Hmm.
I'm not mad. I know. I get it. I've been to theater school actually, so this happens to be quite a bit.
Yeah, she
Um,
was very like she graciously accepted like, oh, like this just isn't gonna work out as like a relationship, but like we can still be friends. And like, that's honestly best outcome Shane could have asked for.
yes, they could have been a
And
lot
that she
worse.
was like, I'm not gonna tell anybody either. Like your secret
Yeah,
is safe with me.
it could have been real bad. It could have been.
Hmm.
Consider she was supposed to be like the biggest actress at the time too.
Yeah,
So
everybody
that
in
could have,
Hollywood could have known in like five
yeah,
minutes.
yeah. So that could have been really bad.
Hmm.
I thought that was very nice, and the way he acted, the way he answered, I was like, I was like, oh, the poor baby. I was like, poor thing. I was like, oh, I feel so bad for him. Like he need a hug, like you
Mm-hmm.
know. And I loved how they handled that. Um, I mean, what else? What you got any other thoughts about that scene? Then I'll go to the next one. Kind of this one, I kind of want to like break down a little more because this was
Okay, yeah,
this
yeah.
one.
No, yeah, I actually really like Rose's character, and I'm glad like she's stays close to Shane as like a friend or like someone that he can go talk to about like things that he can't talk to about anyone else. Because basically, like Shane does talk about like how alone he feels at times, and even like Scott Hunter references like being lonely and like having to hold on to the secret at the end of the show. But I'm
Right.
glad like Rose was like gave him a lot of grace and was like, I could totally see like how like sad that can be, and I want to be here for you whether we're like in a romantic relationship or we're just gonna be friends. So I was really happy that it worked out that way and that she didn't get upset like, oh, how could you not want me, blah blah blah, or
Hmm.
like yeah, it just worked out really well, thankfully.
Yes, I was very happy about that too. I was like, this is sweet. This is how we hope it goes. If
Mm-hmm.
something like this happens. But then we cut to Ilya and God, I can't. Why can't I? Svetlana. Why
Oh
am I
yeah,
having such a
yeah.
hard time? Yeah, so we cut to them basically on the bed, and basically she's for me. I felt like she was just teasing him about Shane. That's all she was trying to get to. That's what I felt like. Cause she knows, you could tell, it's
Mm-hmm.
starting to get more obvious that she knows, and
Yeah,
she's like,
especially as like his one of his best friends, or at least in the show because they have much closer. Like, yeah, she would
mm,
definitely know.
yeah, and, they're just talking about sports and talking about some. I can't remember who exactly, but like somebody that's terrible, can't believe they're in the All Star, the All Star game
Mm-hmm.
or something, and she was like, yeah, you were playing with Holiday, right? Or the same, and basically she was like, you could be his wing, I believe. I don't know these sports terms. I was like, she was like about him being the wing uh and him being the center or something. I don't know. Something about basically you can move on to the side, let him be the captain. Basically, I think that's what the goal was here.
My brother's. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah.
I just ate.
I didn't know that.
I appreciate the thought, but like,
You
I
good?
don't know. Yeah, he
Okay.
was like my mom made some more like sausage balls and I wanted some earlier but I ate something else and then he came in. He's
Oh.
always like he doesn't want to put something down. He just like forces it into your hands. I'm like, "Please." Like I'm doing something.
Oh. Hey, that's cool though.
Yeah.
Um, no,
Sorry.
you're good. You're good. So yeah. So where was that? Oh yeah. So basically, they're on the bed talking, and basically he's like, "You can let him be captain." Um, and he's like, "What?" And then at one point he was like, "Oh," she was like, "He's gorgeous" or whatever. And he was like, "If you say so." And she looked at him like, he's gorgeous. Don't play with me."
Mhm.
Like I was like, "Oh." So that was cute too. I like their relationship. He said, "No, I'll take that food, Jamie."
I'm like, no. I'm like, we're talking. We're little talking.
Almost there. This is episode 5. Yeah. So yeah. So that was very cute. I thought that was a very telling interaction. I feel like.
Yes, yeah. It you know, I found it interesting that he was I guess so resistant to say like Shane was attractive or like that he was
Mm,
a really good player or anything like that. I feel like earlier in the show he might have been like, yeah, he's good or whatever. Like might have jokingly said he was good looking, even though it was like half joke, half like being
mhm.
serious. But then when he got really in his feelings about it, I was like, oh, I'm like, okay, he's like really starting to feel something, and he doesn't want to like let other people know.
Yeah. Uh, I'm trying to remember if it was episode 2 or 4. I can't remember, but it was an episode where Ilya was watching Shane's documentary about his cottage.
Yep,
You
yep.
remember? And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he was doing like some kind of yoga pose or whatever, and she was there, and she was just like, she's like, "What the hell are you watching?" Basically, she's like, "Oh, he's so gorgeous, right?"
Mm-hmm.
It was just like. Leave me alone. Like it's so boring. It's so boring. Leave me alone.
Mhm.
Oh, this is so cute. You sit here watching this whole goddamn documentary about his college. And you want him so bad. Oh, just
Mhm.
say it. Just you text him that he'll be there in a second. Stop
True.
playing. But yeah, I remember that. I there's so many little things that she knows. Even when they were in the car together that time too, she was like, Jane, how's it going with Jay? Is it not
Mhm.
serious? He's like, oh, it's not serious. And I was like, look now, stop playing. Um, but yeah, so after that scene, then we get to the All-Star game, and we get to uh Ilya basically sitting there at the bar, basically waiting for Shay to show up. That's
Mhm.
what he was looking for real hard. And then Shay shows up, and you could tell at first Ilya's still annoyed about the Rose thing. He don't want to talk to him. He just like he gives them the same kind of answers he gave when they first met. The okay, yes, those type of answers,
Mhm.
and then eventually it's like Shay breaks him down. And he finally start talking regular.
Yep.
Um, it's cute. 'Cause I was like, oh, you really your feelings about this, ain't you?
Mhm.
Um, and then they start talking. Basically, the whole point of the conversation for Ilya is he want to break up Rose Landry and find if they still together or not. He's like, you
Mhm.
bring anybody? Oh, and I was like, Shay, stop. You know what he's asking you. Did you bring anybody? Oh yeah, no, my parents aren't coming. I was like, he don't give a damn about your parents right now. He's about is Rose Landry here or coming here or
Mhm.
no? And he was like, did you bring anybody? And he was like, nope. And I was like, yeah, of course you did. That's all you want. It's this
Mm-mm.
one right here.
Mhm.
I'll just say it. And then Shane's like, no, we're not compatible. And that's a big thing in the book, the compatible thing.
Mm.
Like, you looking up the word and everything. He's like, okay, what does that mean? Does that mean they're not gonna be together no more? I need them only mine,
Yep.
basically type of thing. Um,
Oh, okay.
that inner monologue is screaming when you
Mhm.
hear compatible. I was like, it's so cute.
Oh, I guess quick question on that. So, from the book, is it only from one person's perspective, or does it like switch?
What, like the inner monologues?
Yeah, like the inner monologues and stuff.
Yeah, but both of them, you hear, the
Oh,
thoughts
okay.
and both. Like I said, Shane's very much fully there. Like he's,
Mhm.
he's just scared to say anything. Ilya's
Mm.
emotionally cut off. I feel like
Mhm.
you can tell he really likes him a lot, but he's trying to really hold it in.
Yep.
But the Rose thing really shook him. He was like, oh damn, I was like, maybe you should have pushed him there. Maybe you should, maybe you should chill out.
Mhm.
Um, I bet he won't do that shit again. um, um, but yeah, so all that happened, and they had a little talk, little flirty moments, looking at each other a little too long. I was like, I don't know how about nobody's clocking this. I was like, well, y'all look at each other a little too long. Like,
Mhm.
y'all are very friendly. Like to be as rivals and much y'all hate each other. I was like,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's got to be people that know, but they're just like it's not my
well,
business.
we know that Scott knows based on his comment to. I forgot about that comment he made to Shane. He was like, "You starting to sound like him." Like he
Oh
remember he said
yeah.
that to him.
Mhm.
I was like, oh. And then Shane knew exactly what that shit meant. He was like, what does that
Mhm.
mean? I was like, you know what it meant. He not dumb. Nobody. I was like, if anybody, it might be Scott that noticed. Like, and
Mhm.
I really want to know, did he actually hear anything in that hotel? Because he said Scott name a lot in that hotel that night too. You kept saying his name
That's
a lot.
true. That's a good point.
The hotel rooms are not, the walls are not thick. So a lot
Mm-mm.
of times.
Mm-mm, yeah.
So I kind of want to. I want that perspective. Like I want some kind of honesty. Like, did he hear that? Like, I want to know. Um,
That yeah, that I would love to
yeah, I
know.
mean, then he said his room number right there in front of
Yeah,
him
they
too.
were not great
Oh,
about
this
like
is not secretive. Like,
mm-mm. I'm telling you, they want to be caught.
yeah, that's what it did feel like that a lot of times. I was like, I don't know if this is the smart thing to do, guys. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but we have that, then Shane's like, okay, let me go ahead and, get up and move around, and he's like, you should show off your new clothes or whatever. It was cute. And
Yeah, I noticed he was wearing new clothes. I'm like, oh, okay, like nice. He's like, I hired a stylist. Like, I see, I see.
yeah, all Elias saw was Roseland, you put you in these clothes. Like, where'd you get these
Mm-hmm.
clothes from? That's all he wanted to know.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that was cute. That was cute. To see the jealousy fully out for me. I could see it fully. I don't know if Shane noticed all of it, but I damn sure. I was like, this is very jealousy right here. There's a
Yep.
lot of it.
Yep.
Um, and then I'm trying to remember the beach is the next scene.
I think so.
Yeah, so the beach is the next scene where he basically like I looked at the word compatible. I need to make
Mm-hmm.
sure I do it that bit. In the I guess some more context to this in the books, uh he has a much harder time with English.
Mm.
So communication is a problem. You see it kind of in the show, like when they're at the press conference and he takes over for him because they asked him that long ass question,
Mm-hmm.
and Shane takes
Damn, I
over
forgot
for
about
him.
the press conference. Yeah, that did happen.
I forgot what episode it was. That's what they blend. I swear
Mm-hmm.
they blend together. And that might be like first or second episode.
I feel like it was the second one.
Yeah, maybe. And then they do that. And, that the language barrier is there a lot more, and that's why you remember when they have the wars and Shane's like, "When'd your English get so good?" Remember
Mm-hmm.
he said that to him or whatever. That's where the my favorite. No. At the end of this, we're gonna talk about like our favorite moments. There's a few of my favorite moments that I can remember off the top of my head. It's funny. They're not sexual. They're just little cute moments. I was like, this is endearing.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yeah, so we get the beach scene and basically like, I looked up the word compatible or whatever, and I was like, that's so cute. He really he's now he down bad. I love it.
Yep. Yep.
Um, then they touched hands and saying, and then Shane asked him what's the room number. Um, I was like, oh, look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Look at the switch here. Then he gets there and then Shane basically like sits down and when he ain't running to kiss him this time, I just like, look, we need to talk.
Yep.
And somebody pointed out that it looks like there was ginger ale or the desk behind Ilya when he sat down. I need to look
Wow.
at it again. Like he like after he found out that Shane was coming, he went to
Mm-hmm.
get ginger. I said he did. That is so cute.
Yeah.
Um,
And
but yeah,
I was clapping when he said we need to talk. I'm like, yes, please talk
yes,
through something.
yes. I was so happy about that. I was like, yes, here we go. Let's do this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, basically, I'm gay. I was like, yeah, I think we got that at least.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's a big deal to him to say it out loud and to some, to him.
Yeah,
And
and like it, I don't know if he ever thought he was bisexual before. Like, there's a chance he might like girls, but this is like now he knows for sure. Like, no, I don't. I don't
yeah,
like women like that. Like, I just
yeah,
like men.
yeah. Yeah, I think that's fair to say now after Rose kind of no, no, baby, don't try no more.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. Um, but yeah, so they sit down and talk about that, and then finally we get uh Ilya finally opening up and talking about. I feel like this is the first time I ever like talked about his like family like this.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he'll get the phone call or mention his like. And then he just got that phone call that one time, I believe, and it just that other moment where he was like, "I go home in 3 days" type of thing. But he's never talked about his family like this.
Mm-hmm.
And Shane's like, "What about your family?" And finally told him, my mom is dead, and my dad has dementia, and he even apologizes for crying. Like he turns away and he's trying to like not show he's tearing up, and then he's like, I'm sorry." And I was like, it's not, I was like, oh baby, it's not nothing to be apologized for. It's okay,
Mm-hmm.
you can cry. And then I was scared at first when Shay got on top. I was like, oh God, Shay, please, just kiss him and hug him, please. Don't do
Mm-hmm.
nothing else. And I was like, okay, good. This was cute. Let him cry, hug. This is great. Um, and then they cut to the sex scene already been over,
Yeah.
and of him, them leaving and calling each other by their first name.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. I was like, this is great. I was like, this is so sweet. I was very happy about this. Um, what else you think about this scene? Anything else?
No, yeah, I was happy that they finally talked, and definitely, I share the same fear where I was like, Shane, like this is not the time.
Yeah, no, not this
I'm
time.
like, please don't.
Yeah,
So I'm glad they did it, and they just kind of like held each other for a bit.
Yeah.
I did. I just remembered because we were talking about Rose again. Like, oh, the part where they were having dinner and she was talking to Shane about like, oh, I have tons of gay boyfriends before,
Mhm.
and Shane was like, oh, I forget what made him say this, but he was like, oh, I don't like to do the pegging. Like, I'm the one that likes to be pegged. She's like, that's the greatest thing my gay boyfriend has ever told
Because
me.
she said at the beginning of I think she said close to the beginning of the conversation, she was like, "We're you're like what was it? We're like a square peg in a round
Oh yeah,
hole.
yeah, yeah.
We don't
Oh
work."
yeah.
And then he kind of like remixed it for himself.
Mm-hmm. I thought that was
I
funny. That was
I didn't.
great.
I know in the book he does admit that, but that was actually a really shocking thing because usually you don't. That's a very, I don't know, vulnerable thing to say to
Mm-hmm.
someone. I
Yeah.
was like, oh wow. I was, I didn't know if they would keep that in like to keep
Mm-hmm.
it in the show. I was like, oh, this
Mm-hmm.
is good. I was very happy that they kept it in the show.
Yeah.
Um, let's see what else happened there. So after that scene, I want to. Did we get the pool? No, wait. Was it the pool scene next? So basically, it was him like swimming
Oh,
against some kids in the pool
I think
type of
so. I
thing,
think
and
so.
then
Yeah.
but like they kept cutting between them playing the game at it, like playing an all-star game, I believe, at the same time. They
Mm-hmm.
kept cutting in between, so that was um very much playing together. You can see they play together really well.
Mm-hmm.
And also he also hey Hollander, make sure also you got to make sure he acknowledge him. How you got to make sure he like Hollander like and then the kid was like, yeah, he's the best player in the league. He's like, hold on, wait a minute. It's like, no, it's not. Hold on. I like that it's still very competitive,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that they keep that going, even though they're they're in love or whatever. But I like that a lot. They're still like, no, no, I'm still gonna beat you.
Yeah.
Like, hey, but I don't give a damn how much love we are. I'm still gonna whoop your ass on the
Mm-hmm.
ice. Um, and then they do all that. Then Ilya gets that call. I believe right around there. That's when he's playing a game somewhere, and he finally answers his brother after
Mm-hmm.
the game, and then then we find out that he didn't go to Nashville with his team for the next game, and you can see Shane like, well, what happened to him? Well, y'all talking about my man? What happened?
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, he must have got hurt last night, or he must be sick. And Shane was like, no, he's not hurt. He's not sick. And he was, like, oh, no, I don't think so. I was like, so I was like, so
Yeah.
because you were with him the night before, probably.
Mm-hmm.
So it was so funny. I was like, oh, cover it up, control it, Shane.
Mm-hmm.
You talking too much. And, then he text him again, and try to call him voicemail. The voicemail was funny. He was like, I will never answer. I would never listen to this voicemail or something he said. Oh, that's so funny. And then he calls him or FaceTimes him or whatever. Because now we're at the time where I believe iPhones are a thing by the time this
Mm-hmm.
year comes around.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. I think they had like Blackberries and stuff at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now we got iPhones. So they FaceTime and he sees his glasses. So cute. He's like, oh, you wear glasses? He's like, put them back on. So cute. Um, and and he's like, how's it going? He's like, yeah, my dad is dead, and uh, I'm here to make me feel better. Take off your clothes. I was like, oh God. I was like, of course, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was still cute though, and we still didn't see anything. Still wasn't sexing. He was just very much, you know, uh, yes, I need to cope, so do this for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and
I
he loved
also
the
feel like it
class.
was another like defensive, like I don't want to get too emotional, like
Yeah, I don't
just
want to talk about it right now. I want to talk about it
yeah,
yet.
yeah.
Yeah. Let me get because I don't think the funeral happened. The funeral stuff happened yet. He was
No,
like, "Let me.
yeah.
I'm just here. Let me not break down yet. Let me get
Mm-hmm.
past this funeral." Um, and, then we get past that. Then we get to the awkward dinner. Uh, and then his brother, of course, like I hate this because he's like, I love the show. I'm just like, I hate this, like this, what he's dealing with. Because the brother just like, what about me? I have a wife and kid. I'm like, isn't that your choices? Like, why is that my responsibility to
Yeah.
pay for your life? Like,
I like I don't know if I was missing context, like the brother can't work or something, or
he says his
it
brother's police. Remember? So brother
Oh, yeah.
leaves
Oh,
for
so he
therapy.
just living outside of his means
Yeah,
then.
and I'm just like, maybe like you decide to have a kid, you decide to get married, have a wife. Why are you expecting me to have it planned for your well being? Like,
Mhm.
you want to have a family, you need to be able to take care of them. Maybe not involve me like this. Like, uh, I fully I felt for him in that moment. I really truly understood it. Um, and, he's still like, and he still gave him the apartment.
Yeah,
Uh,
still gave him apartment, gave him money to put in his daughter's college fund or whatever. So,
yeah, I was like, ah,
like,
what? He said a trust fund, so that might be a lot of, I don't know how much money you gonna put in it, but it could be significant for
mhm.
the child to, when they turn 18, they can have it. Um, I think that was a great thing to do. And he was like, "Don't contact me again." And I was
Yeah.
like, "I love that. Leave him the fuck alone."
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was like, "Good, the apartment is gone. You have nowhere to go in Russia. Stay your ass in, America or whatever. Stay with
Mhm.
Shane." That's how I looked at it when he said he gave him his apartment. I said, "Oh, good. Yeah, give it up. Give him all the shit that's there. Leave it there. Fuck it." Just, oh yeah, but let me roll back a little bit. So Svetlana comes in because she hears them arguing, and he basically calls her a whore, and then Ilya kind of basically start beating him up, and she's like,
Yeah.
"It's not worth it." And that's when he tell him about the apartment and the trust fund and whatever, and leave me the fuck alone and get out. So then he leaves, and then she's basically like, he's like, "I don't deserve you." She was like, "Yes, you do." She was like, he was like, I think he said, "I love you," or I can't remember who says it first. He was like, "Yeah." She's like, "I know you love me or whatever." She's like, "But you don't love me like you love Jane."
Mhm.
Um, and then the line that I just paused and screamed. And I was just like, this, I think might be the best thing to see on the screen. Because she was just like, I hope Jane knows how lucky he is.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, I love it. I was like, oh, she knows. Like we got, little indication that she knows.
Mhm.
Like, oh my God. I was like, this is so cute. And, you know, you could see that, like, I guess he knew all the time too, but her say it like that, it just very clearly pointed out, and it just made it. I love that so much. That
Yeah.
that scene. Yeah.
Really, really supportive, and I think that's the thing that I started thinking about more, like just after seeing the entire series. It's just like even though they were, well, like all the characters that we've seen, the gay
Mhm.
male characters that we've seen that were like afraid to like let people in and like tell them, rightfully so, because like
Yeah.
society at large, the
Yeah.
not great, but like the
Yeah.
people that they had around them, like I would say more often than not they were supportive and like they just wanted them to be happy.
Yeah.
Um, and it makes me wonder, I guess, like later on in the series or maybe in season two, like do we see more of that, or is there, now that they're like people are getting closer together, is there more backlash, like, oh, you're really like that, actually I don't know how supportive I want to be anymore, which I hope not. I hope it continues to be like very wholesome and nice, but I don't know. I was definitely not expecting people to be as supportive going into this, unfortunately, but I'm glad I was very wrong.
Yeah. I mean, that was I think Jacob Tierney was talking about, let us have sex, let's have joy, let
Mm-hmm.
us have, let us have this. Let us have something that for now has a happy ending.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
now. Um yeah, I just, I really, I love the build up, for us to get here where we are. And this next scene, really, I cried multiple times. The next scene, I might cry. I'll talk about it. But yeah, so okay, I'm just going to go into it. The next part is right. So after all this happens, he calls Shane. Well, he says, "Can I call you alone?" And
Oh,
then
bring your mic.
Scott, I keep doing that.
There you
Oh, okay.
go.
But yeah, so basically he's like, are you alone? And Shane's like, yeah, lying, but running down the hallway to get to the stairs. So he's like, yeah, I'm alone. Yeah, call me.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cute that he's like, yeah, I'm alone. Don't give a damn. Yeah, I'm here. So call me. And he calls him, and basically they're just talking, and Ilya's upset and about his brother and everything that's happened, and he's just like, English is too hard right now, and I was like, oh, and Shane's like, I wish I knew Russian or whatever, and it tries to be funny. He was like, you could learn in a week or whatever. I was like, maybe
Hmm.
you should, girl, hurry
Yeah.
up.
Like get you that. I don't subscribe to Duolingo anymore, so I can't promote that one. But I'll get you a
Something,
language app.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but then then Shane has the thoughtful, and this is all in the book too. This isn't just a thing that they made up for sure. This is in the book, about him saying, well, you telling me everything you need to know, everything you want to say, but in Russian, I won't understand, but at least it'll help.
Hmm.
And I thought that was like such a beautiful gesture. I felt
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. That was
um,
very sweet.
yeah, and I feel like Ilya really did pay attention. That was a very beautiful thing to ask somebody to do and let you do that.
Hmm.
Especially you don't have any idea what they said. Like,
Hmm.
only thing you probably understood it and it was Svetlana. And I first said that if I sit him over the edge when you heard that
Hmm.
part, but he didn't say that. But he talked about how his family basically treats him like a bank, and how they always want more and more and more from him. He's been taking care of their life and giving them all this money, and he just feels empty, and he feels like he's alone now because his dad is gone, and now he really don't
Hmm.
have any ties here. But he was like,
Hmm.
"No, I'm not alone. I have Svetlana. I love her, but I don't love her like I love." And he stops, and then he's like, "Fuck," like because he don't want
Hmm.
to say it. It's just so. Oh my god, this is all in Russian. This is so because I'm listening to it. I'm like, I don't know the hell. I don't know if this is right or not. Like I was like, I
Hmm.
don't know. I was like, this is a damn good performance. He doing this correctly. Consider he does not speak Russian like that. He's from Texas. He's not. This is
See.
amazing. It
Yeah.
was amazing just listening to it. I was like, like I don't know. It sounds right. I don't know.
Hmm.
Shit.
Sounds Russian.
Yeah. And he's saying all this stuff, and then he finally says it. And I didn't notice this, but somebody pointed this out on the thing right before he says, "Like I love you." There's a cop. You see cop lights go
Mm.
across behind it. Like he's outside, he's saying all this stuff outside in Russian. So these people would understand if somebody did hear him.
Hmm.
So that's scary too. Like you in Russia saying all this stuff. Although people might not, I mean, maybe they think he's talking about a woman, whatever. He doesn't say like a man.
Hmm.
So he's like basically, I don't, love her like I love you. And then he was like, it's always you. Basically, I always want to be with you. Um, he said, I love you so much, I don't know what to do with it. And I was like, oh my God. I love this so much. I love this. I said, my babies. I love them both. I love this so much. Um, oh God, this part was a lot for me. I was like, it was a lot of emotion I went through with this speech. Like
Hmm.
it hit a lot. But yeah. And then he was like, okay, I'm done. Thank you. I was
Yep.
like, oh my God. I was like, if only Shane knew what the hell you just said.
I know. I wonder if ah I don't know. Like there's no way for him to go back in time and hear
Oh,
it, and I don't know. I hope that
I would have
maybe
recorded
they
it
have a
and played it.
conversation about it or something later on. See, low key, what
I
I was
would have
thinking
recorded
Shane
it.
was doing, I thought Shane, I didn't realize he was in a stair. I thought he was in his house or something, but I thought he was gonna go to his computer and put the phone up to the computer to Google
Listen,
Translate.
I would have had to do something. We ain't no way in hell. I could
Yeah,
listen. I love you down, but I'm gonna know what the hell this means
yeah,
because I want to know.
yeah.
It's I listen. The way he reacted to Svetlana's name in the next episode, I know that shit threw him off when he heard that name in the middle of that speech. He's like, "What the
Hmm.
hell does that mean in the middle? What does that
Hmm.
mean?" Um, this show just makes me giddy. I love it. Like I just really loved it. Um, and then then we got that part, and then he was like, and then of course they bring it back sexual after that.
Hmm.
Like,
Hmm.
he was like, yeah, it was like all the useful phrases. I was like, come on, man, that was so sweet. Now you do this, fine, I get it. This was just what y'all do.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, that was, yeah, give him the awards. This episode was
Yeah,
like amazing.
that was really
So
good. That was really
yeah.
really good.
And I mean, anything else you have for that part of it? Yeah, I definitely would have. I would have recorded it, Google Translate that shit later.
I
I really
really
would have.
thought he was gonna do
Yeah, no way. There ain't
that.
no way in hell.
He doesn't make it less sweet if he tries to Google
He
translated.
would never know. He would never know I did that shit because I
He
would look.
would.
I would have told him. I would have told him. I would just did it because it's. I
I'm a
would have
bad
wanted to
liar.
know.
Like he would know. He if it was me, I'm like, yeah, I translated that shit. I know what you said.
Yeah, I would have to know. Like, oh my god, that was a
But
lot.
yeah, it was an incredibly sweet gesture for Shane to offer to do that. And then like Ilya's monologue was it was like very heart wrenching to hear like how lonely he felt and that
Yeah,
like he wasn't able to like connect with his family in that way and like Savannah, is it Savannah?
Svetlana.
Svetlana
Yeah,
like is the only one that he has that like really cares for him and his like happiness is like I was happy that he had her, but also sad that like the like that's who he feels like he it's his only like outlet where he can really be himself.
right.
And then he started getting into like talking about Shane a little bit, and, like how he felt about it, and I was like, oh, why didn't you say it in
Yeah,
English? Or like tell him.
yeah, exactly.
I kind of thought like when they actually like told each other they loved each other. At first I thought Ilya was gonna be like, oh, I told you I love you before, like when I was talking to
Mhm.
you on the phone, but he didn't say
No, he did.
it.
Even like when he was like after the sexual stuff, he was like, well, what about I wish you were here?" And then he replied
Mm-hmm.
in Russian. I was like, "Just say it. You must stop playing with him." He was like, "I wish I was too." I was like, "I know you could say that in English. Stop. Why would you do
I
that?
know.
Uh, like let go." Um, but yeah, that was so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next part of this episode was so many parts. It just felt like it was so much. I was like, this is still only an hour. This episode
Yeah.
was just crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I rewatched the episode quite a bit of times though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so then the next part we got them. Now I'm him back now. Him back playing, sports or whatever. And, and they're happy to be on ice together. And then he's not. Shane is kind of real down bad.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
really bad. He looks back and gets thrashed. I was like,
Yep.
oh, I was like, here we go.
Oh, that was scary for me. I was like,
Yeah.
damn, did he just like die? I'm like, what just
Especially
happened?
when they did it, they had the damn what's that noise? What's
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, like
noise?
your ear ringing kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I was like, why would you play that noise? And, imagine that. I would never turn this show on again. I swear to God. I'm
Oh,
glad,
that would have been that would have been
that's why I'm
such a
glad I
bad
read the
way.
book because I knew that wasn't the case. If I didn't
Yeah,
read the book and that happened, I would have been distraught. I
yeah.
was, I was like, oh my God. Like I was like, clean it up, fix it right away. I'm not playing. Don't stretch this out.
Mhm.
It's a lot of
Mhm.
it's just that's the thing I really like about the show. The pacing of it, they don't hold on stuff too long. Like the Rose thing. I was like,
Yeah.
okay, this is cute, but let's wrap it up. And then, and then this happened, and immediately right after that, we get right to, oh, he's alive, he's okay.
Mhm.
I was like, I love that because a lot of these shows will stretch this shit the hell out annoyingly.
Mhm.
Um, then we got that, and you can see he, and then before he's when he's getting pulled off with the stretcher, and he's just like, I don't want him to worry. Make sure they'll, oh yeah, your dad. They're gonna call him. He's like, no, not him, Ilya. I was like, oh God. I was like, don't say that too loud. I was like, this is so cute, but damn it, don't get caught though.
I was low
Um,
key thinking when he said that, I was like, "Oh man, like somebody's gonna tell somebody else, like everybody is gonna know." But you were telling me like, "Oh, like the paramedic like didn't hear him
but yeah, he
properly,"
was
and I
like,
was like,
what? Yeah, he was like, what? I was like, okay, he didn't hear it, but it's still cute for me
yeah,
because I heard it. But yeah, then he's goes to the hospital and um, and are you okay and all that, and then he goes up to him and he's drugged out of his mind.
yeah,
And he's like,
yeah. He
shh.
was
He's like, shh,
not.
shh, shh. Right, stop talking. You go out us right here. Just shush.
Mhm.
And he was like, because I had it was so cute. He was, I had a plan. He was like, mad because I had a plan to ask you something. I was like, oh my God, it's so cute. This is so cute. He was like, would you come to the college with me
Mhm.
this summer instead? Don't go to Russia. And I was like, oh God, you better say yes. He's like, we can't
Mhm.
do that. I said, yes, you can. Shit, yes, you can.
Mhm.
And he was like, maybe, maybe, maybe. like just to get him to stop talking. I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah,
that's why he said he was like, okay, baby,
yeah.
yes, push, stop saying it. Um, it was funny when the nurse came in too. She was like, "You gotta go smother him, Mario." I said, "Little you know, he probably jumping for a bullet for him right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he might would have took that hit for him if he could have." Um, but and that was cute too. And then that basically that scene was over, and then I think we cut to him standing outside his parents' cottage, I believe, talking to Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and Rose is. I was a little bit annoyed by how open Rose was talking about this in front of her makeup artist, like on
Oh, I
speaker.
thought that was gonna leak too. I like,
I
damn,
was
it's
like, oh
over.
my
It's
god,
over. But I don't. Maybe she's closer to that makeup artist
man.
than
I
we
guess,
realize, and they were just
I
like, I'm not. Nobody will know.
I guess, but like, I'm sure I don't know if Shane would approve of that.
Yeah, no,
You
I'm
know,
sure Shane definitely wouldn't have appreciated that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, like, and she's like, "I'll just tell him I'm gay," and that. I was like, okay, that means you're saying that he is. So like,
Hmm.
maybe not say this in front of her. Like, I don't know. But that we just got to dispense belief with that. I guess just that
Yeah.
makeup artist isn't gonna say anything. That's where we
Hmm.
have to go with it. Well, it freaked me out though. I was like, oh, stop, 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 stop. What are you doing? Why are you talking on speaker with her right there?
Hmm.
And she was hearing everything, so I was like, oh, I don't like this.
Like, that's
Um,
why she gets paid the big bucks. She keep her mouth shut.
yeah. Or it might have NDAs as well that she might have
True.
to sign.
Yeah.
Um, so and that was cute though, because I liked that it showed that they are still friends.
Hmm.
Because people say it all the time, oh, let's keep being friends, and then it'll be shit. But she seemed like that she real about that. He was able to ask her about Labor Day. I guess her coming to visit for Labor Day and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So, um, and then what happens after that? Oh, then we are sitting just watching the games and stuff. We found out that Ilya's team lost. So now his mom is like, it's Scott Hunter's year. I was like, oh,
Hmm.
okay. He was like, how would you know that or whatever? And his dad was like, because she's a witch. I remember that because it was funny. She was like,
Yeah.
yeah, Scott Files do a spell. I was like, I
Hmm.
love this. Um, and, they're just sitting there watching the games or whatever. Then we see that Scott does win. He gets the cup.
Yep.
Uh, and you see him standing, all the fans are coming down and congratulating all the people on the team. And Scott just standing there by himself. He doesn't have his
Hmm.
parents, the man of his life. He can't bring him out there. And then I'm like I said, I know it already, but it's just like, oh, he's there, yay, And I was like, sometimes I was like, I was like, are they gonna keep all this in the show? Are they gonna keep? Are they gonna do it? They gonna do it? They gonna do it?
Hmm.
Oh, they did it! Oh my god! And, and then they bring him down, and he's like, "Come on, come down!" And I was like, "Damn, he moving slow. Get your ass down there, hurry
I
up!"
know. Kip was like moving no urgency
Yeah,
at all. And I was worried like somebody else was gonna like see him and like, oh, he's pointing at me, he's pointing at me. I'm like,
yeah.
no, no,
No, no.
go, Kip.
And apparently, all like most of those people in the crowd were CG while they're there,
Oh
which is
wow.
so funny to me. I was like, "Oh,
Wow.
interesting," because the Francois, the one that plays Scott,
Uh-huh.
he was like seeing it fully realized and the CG people added and stuff. He said it made it feel so much more because when they were filming it, it wasn't like that. I was like, oh, that's so interesting.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, so it's cool.
Hmm.
And he brings him down and and looks at him and then he kisses them and
I was not ready at all. I thought they were just he was gonna bring him down and be like, yeah, it's my buddy. Like everybody meet Kip, but they kissed him. I was like, oh my god,
yeah, I was
yes.
so happy about that. I was like, and then the fact that Shane and Ilya are watching as
Hmm.
well, and that like they never thought they would see something like that in their lifetime. Like to see that happen, and it's something that would give them courage. So I was happy about that, and and they did give him courage. And then
Hmm.
Elliot was like, "Oh hell yeah!" He got up. He's like, "I'm coming to the car teacher." I was like, "Yes, yes!" I was like, "Yes, you are." God damn it! I
Hmm.
was so happy. Oh god, that was such an exhilarating episode. I feel like
Yeah.
it just gave you so much, and that's why I think what is it still? I don't know if it's still number two episode of all time. Still, I think so.
Mm.
Yeah, number two
Yeah.
episode of TV of all time, right behind. Breaking Bad.
Oh, oh, what? I didn't know you. I thought you meant like streaming on HBO. You
No, no,
mean,
no, no, no.
whoa, that's
IMDb. Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
That's crazy. That's
Nine point
awesome.
nine out of 10. Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna
For the
say, I
episode.
think because you were saying it was the number two episode, I was gonna be like, I think it might be my favorite episode of the show.
Yeah,
But oh my god, yeah, that's crazy. That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah. Um, yeah. So I don't. I think that's all I got for this episode. Anything else for you for this one?
No, it definitely was a lot. But I'm glad that like I guess I'm just happy with how everything was kind of coming together because I know at the beginning, at least for me, it was feeling slow in terms of like the emotional growth, but then like it quickly started to pick up and it felt like this episode is where everything kind of came together. Like Scott and Kip got to like be out in the open and like have their love like shine in the sun, like the friend was
Hmm.
saying. And
And the song as well that went with it, which was so funny to
oh, I need
me.
to go back and listen to the song. I need to go back.
Apparently, it's the same song. I think. I think somebody said something about Sunshine. You hear something about Sunshine too on their episode too, at the beginning of the
Uh,
episode. So it's like it's a real
mm-hmm.
her saying you deserve sunshine, and then all of that, and then the song playing Sunshine. It was just like, oh, this is cute. They really played this
Yeah,
out.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. Um, I like that, and I like that. Ilya and Shane got to like have their moment on the ice for like playing, having fun, and then also realize like how much they mean to each other too. And, like it's a great episode. It's a great episode.
Yes. And here we and now we go.
Mhm.
All right. Episode 6, The Cottage. Oh my God. I was so excited for this. They start off with Scott giving his speech of basically, accepting his I think MVP of the year award.
Mhm.
How much how much things are changing for him right now. And he's got his biggest accomplishment, and then he's also sharing it with the man he loves. And it's just very, I'm just like, I need a spinoff of them immediately because I want
Yeah.
to know what else happens after this. I,
Mhm.
I want it to be happy and everything goes smoothly, but I also know it's gonna be somewhere. It's gonna be some problems somewhere,
Yeah.
either
Yeah.
teammates or his job in general. Like,
Mhm.
right now, yes, he's like he won the cup. He was the captain of the Olympic team and all that stuff. So maybe he has some kind of shield of people trying to kick him out of the league or whatever. I just wonder
Yeah.
how they handle all of that. Now,
I,
somebody lower, you probably, oh, I'll just trade him or whatever. You won't want to trade somebody that just won the cup and all that stuff. So I
mhm.
really wonder how that gets handled. I truly want to spin off of this show. Um, I want to see what happens with them. I really do.
Yeah.
Um, so I thought that was very a nice start of the episode.
Mhm.
Um, and then we get to, I feel like, I don't know, Ilya not very covered up to me. I was like, somebody could recognize who you are, but whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're going
Um,
through the airport.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
he comes out and uh puts his suitcase in the car or whatever, and
Mhm.
it's so
Like they're both wearing like sunglasses. Like
yeah,
they must be the Clark Kent brand because I don't know how anybody
that
didn't
felt
see
like
them.
Ray-Ban product placement to me.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is that's what it felt like. Both of them had the same glasses. What I felt like.
Yeah. It looks
Um,
similar.
yeah. But it's so funny, like, because he gets in the car, he's like, what did he say? I forgot what he said something about the car or whatever. He said it's practical or whatever.
Oh, he
It's
said, "Is this a
British.
Jeep?" And he's like, "No, it's British."
I think it's supposed to be in the book. I think it's supposed to be a Jeep or something in the book, and
Oh.
but it's a Range Rover here or something.
Mhm.
It was like it's practical or whatever. 'Cause I remember in the photos for the show, like the stills that they put out of the show, you could see the Range Rover in the stills from the show, but in the show they cut you couldn't see it that it said Range Rover. I don't know if you noticed that,
Mm.
but they made sure you couldn't see that it said Range Rover. I was like, I get what y'all trying to do. Like, they're like, okay, let's not. Because people were complaining, like, what is this Range Rover? It's supposed to be a Jeep. I think
Mhm.
some people said online. It was funny. Um, but yeah, so we get that, and we get them, riding 2 hours to the college. Like, oh, did you want to stop the word eat? He's like, no, I'm good. let's just
Mhm.
let's just ride to this damn place. And then
Hmm.
we get there, I'm like, what is all this goddamn glass? I
I
was like,
know they stay in glass houses.
yeah, I was like, this thing, like, but the thing that I kept thinking about was you did a documentary on this place.
Mm,
Y'all are literally like two of the most popular, like, I was about to say football, hockey players, and
hmm.
you don't think a fan try to find this place? You don't think no?
That's
Like,
true.
I was like, somebody's probably know where this place is at, and this is
Hmm.
very open. They can see everything y'all are doing in here.
Yeah.
Like,
I,
um,
I I don't even know how they were comfortable. I would have been like, you don't got no blinds or nothing.
yeah.
Like,
He
what's going
tried to
on?
put the remember they're in the bedroom. He tried to put the thing down,
Yeah, yeah.
and he was like, "No, fuck it." I was like, "What?"
But that was crazy to me too. I'm like, seriously, they want to be caught.
I was like, ah. Um, but yeah, they're sitting there. You know, let's have the tour, and he got it. Like he said, he got his place built, and all the
Hmm.
real estate stuff, and then you said this is freeing for them, to be here and be
Hmm.
together, and um, Ilya tries to get sexual right away, and Shane's kind of like, no, let's just hold on, just wait a
Hmm.
second. But eventually they do get there, and they're sitting there lovey dovey, and then we have them sitting out. I think they were sitting about the main part for me at the scene that I'm get to where they were at the fire, and
Yeah.
they're just talking, and then he starts talking about his mom, and um like how she basically committed suicide from
Hmm.
pills, and um how he's the one that found her at 12.
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was the one that was fun and sweet and actually cared for him.
Hmm.
So losing that, and then being stuck with your dad or your brother.
Hmm.
And I feel they haven't said it explicitly in the show, but I feel like his brother knew that he was bi or gay or whatever.
Yeah, he
And
called. I think he called him the F word at one
he
point.
did. But I just, just I don't know if he just said that. But I was like, then
Uh,
started thinking about it later. I was like, did he know? Is that what he's holding over you for
mm,
you to keep paying out money or whatever?
maybe.
I really wonder that. I was like, I feel like his brother knew. And then I remember in the speech, he was like, my brother hates me. I know why, but I was like, is why because of that? That's how I was wondering.
Mm,
Um,
hmm.
but but yeah, so like back to the happiness. So they're back in it. Well, after that part,
Yeah.
and he's really opening up. I would say that's where we're at right here, and I can't. It's blending because I just love it. So I'm just thinking about all the good stuff in it, and like when they were sitting on the couch and basically playing footsie, that was so cute.
Hmm.
And they were talking about, he was like, "Well, I can marry Svetlana or whatever." You can see Shane just like, "Hell no, what?"
Yeah, that came out of nowhere for me too. I would have been like, no, no, don't do that.
He was like, "I need citizenship. I don't want the Russian passport anymore. Um, I want to stay here. I don't want to ever, me being forced to go back."
Hmm.
Um, and then Shane was just like, "No, no, we figure something else out.
Mm.
Please and thank you. We'll
Yep.
figure." No, 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 no women. No, no, you ain't doing any of that. The only person you need to be marrying is me.
Hmm.
That's basically what I got from that.
I was
Um,
I was kind of expecting him to be like, "What if we got married?"
I think
But maybe they don't know each other that like well
I
enough
don't
to.
think he has. That's true. 'Cause it is legal. I think it was legal in Canada at the time. I think
Mm.
it was legal at Canada, so he could have done it there. I don't know. Maybe just well, I guess he figured they can't do that yet. They can't actually be together yet. Like so, it's like if we come out, this would be a big problem. So
Yeah, I mean, I guess just like I don't know. Yeah, it would be complicated because like you don't have to have like a big ceremony. You just like go to the courthouse basically. But even then, it's like legal documentation. It's like wait,
public record
this
somewhere,
yeah, like this person got married to this person. Like yeah, probably would got figured out.
somebody will find it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so then and Shane is being Shay, and he basically sit in the dark thinking about it. He's like, I gotta figure this shit out before he try
Mm-hmm.
it. And he woke up, he was like, hey, I have an idea. Like, get that shit out your mind, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So what we gonna do is you go move to Ottawa and get citizenship in Canada while you're on the team in Canada instead of do it that way. Like
Mm-hmm.
eventually we could like don't marry nobody. Thanks, please and thanks.
Yep.
And then he came up with doing the foundation based off of his mother's, what happened with his mom, and
Mm-hmm.
and then Ilya's like, she would have loved you, and I was like, oh, this is so cute. And then he gets on top of him, like kissing on him. Then he says, I, I I don't know Russian, but I think he was saying I love you in Russian twice into
Mm.
his neck before he said it in English. So he was like, I don't know how to say it, but he said it in Russian twice. You could hear him saying it, and then he said, "I love you." And then Shay just was threw off. He was like, "Holy shit!" It was like, "What?" And he said it right back though. So,
Mm-hmm.
because obviously that's what he felt for a long time, and
Mm-hmm.
Ilya too, as we know now. Um, and then they uh do whatever they do there, I guess.
Yeah.
Um, I honestly don't like. It's like I don't really care about this sex shit anymore. Like, this is so cute. I just love this.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is great. I'm I'm,
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying this. And then they're outside on the rock in the water or whatever, and then they come back to that. This is the part I was waiting for the whole episode.
Oh my god, Trey! I stopped
I was
breathing for
like,
like 30 seconds. I was like,
that was the main part I was waiting for. I was waiting. I was like, please, where is it? Where is that part at?
"Oh man, yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead."
Yeah, that part was so good. So when they came back in the house and they were kissing and shit, and all of a sudden I saw somebody's shadow. I said, "Oh, the daddy's
Yeah,
here," and then he was like, he was shook. He was like, he
he's
just
like, "Oh, I
left.
gotta go, I gotta
He just left.
go." That was the part that messed me up so bad because it's like if I was in Shane's position and it's like my parents don't know that I'm gay, and then all of a sudden they catch me with another man, and he's like trying to go talk to his dad, like, hey, like, like let's talk about
Mhm.
this, and he just drives off. Like he didn't even like
Say
he
nothing.
didn't,
He said
yeah, no
nothing.
conversation. He just drove off. I would have been like, oh, he like hates me now.
Yeah,
Like we're not
yeah,
gonna talk anymore. Like I see
yeah.
why Shay was panicking because the dad's reaction was very bad.
It was. It
Especially
was.
like later in the episode you see like, oh, he was fine, but like that first reaction was so
It really
terrible.
was.
I
It
was
really
so
was.
worried. I was so
Yeah,
worried.
yeah. I didn't like that. I was like, I didn't. I remember when I read it. I was like, why would you just leave?
Yeah, like he
It's like
didn't
that.
say
He just
anything.
left. I was like, that's not.
Oh yeah.
I was like, that would freak somebody out. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and he just assumed he told his mom. He was like, oh, I guess he told my mom. And it's funny. The thing I was telling you about earlier, which was funny about all this, is the reason his dad comes there in the book is because he needs dishwasher pods. And,
uh
and that was and that was the joy where I was like, well, can't wait to see the dishwasher pods. And then it wasn't none of that in this episode. I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah, he said he needed like a phone charger or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. And I mean, and I was like, Shane, you should have been smart in this because you know that their college is 10 minutes away, also. So they really, really close.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so then Ilya calms him down,
Yeah, which is
which
very
is
nice.
yeah. He was like, look, it's fine, let's go. Um, and
I
he
was
was he
honestly
did
shocked that he was like so open to like, yeah, like let's just go talk with your parents. Like let's like figure this out. But I guess I don't know if it's because like his father has passed and he's like cutting ties with Russia. He's like, you know what, like we can just like I'm willing to be more out there with you, or if he was really just trying to comfort Shane. But I was very shocked by that.
I really feel like he just feels like he's never going back to Russia. I think he's at this
Mm-hmm.
point where he's just like, I actually feel like I can not go back ever again. I think I'm
Yeah.
good. And I think that's why he's so open with it, especially when he didn't let him close the shades in the bedroom. He was like, "Oh yeah, just leave it up." And I was like, "So you kind of want to get caught?" It feel like at
That
this point.
yeah. It was a
Um,
little dark in there. He's like, maybe just keep the light. Let us be in the sun and the light.
yeah, that's what it felt like. I was like, "Oh,
Mhm.
okay."
Mhm.
Um, but then he was like, "Let's go," and then he was like, um, and they went. He had on the day a Boston Raiders shirt. That was so funny.
Yeah.
I was like, "Why would you wear that?" Then they get there and the mom just don't know what the hell going on. She's like, "What?" Daddy said shit. Dad just,
No. Which I don't know if I should give him props or if that's a concern. I don't know.
yeah, he
That
didn't
was
say
interesting.
nothing. But it was so
No,
funny
not at
because when
all.
she saw, she was like, she saw Shane. She was like, "What the hell? Why he behind? What? what is he doing here? Um, and they're just like, hi, yeah. I mean, I didn't. It ain't stretch out that either. He's like, oh, I'm gay. He's like,
Mm-hmm.
he just said it's like, I was like, damn, said it so fast. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'm
I was
gay, and
expecting a little preamble,
yeah,
work up to it. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gay." I wanted to tell you guys sooner. I should have, but now you know.
there I am, and
Yep.
here's my man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, here he is.
It was
He's
funny. Ilya kept being like, "Yeah, we're lovers." He's like, "Stop,
yeah, it was so
no."
embarrassing. So don't say it like that. It was so. Oh, this is such a great show, man. So then they basically sit down and Mom keeps getting a drink. She's like, I want a drink. And she kept getting up
Mm-hmm.
for that table. I don't know how many times she got up. And I was just like, she just like, she trying to process. She's like, what the fuck? Like, what's
Mm-hmm.
going on here? She was like, how long? And that was so funny to me. She was like, how long? He was like, the dad was like, oh, the All-Star game. Y'all had good chemistry. And they were like, nah. A long time before that.
Mm-hmm.
Like rookie season. And it was correct. It was like no before our rookie season,
Mm-hmm.
like the summer before, and it was just like the mom just she was really just like what? She's like, how did we not notice this all these years? Like what?
Mm-mm.
She's like, but you hate him. I was like, no, uh,
Like,
I don't.
no.
I really don't. It probably never have. So,
Mm-mm. Like competitive on the ice, but like not hate, not hate.
yeah. Um. But yeah, that was I think that was great. It was so funny. He was, trying to explain it and just I guess their idea of what they want to do. And mom just straight up like, all
Mm-hmm.
right, this is PR. Like, look, let's get some endorsements. Let's get some merch. like we can do this. Like, come on.
I was 50-50 on that because I was like, I'm glad that she's being supportive, but then to talk about it's like, oh, like this is an opportunity, like blah blah. I was like,
It is though. It
it
is. I'm not
is, but
lying.
it's
I'm not lying.
like this is your son's life.
It is.
Like chill, chill. Like it's not just like some publicity stuff. Like he's really like he
Yeah.
likes this guy. So I'm like I felt like not that she wasn't taking it seriously, but it just felt like not the time. Just not the time
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be
Not
like
yet.
yeah, like trying to
But I
get
mean, but they're also talking about making a foundation and all this stuff
yeah,
so they
yeah.
could be
I think
closer.
she's that's where like Shane
Yeah.
gets it from, like all the planning and stuff. Like she
Yeah.
already was like, okay, like this is the situation now. Let's plan ahead, like
Yeah.
So I get that. It just felt like not icky, but like a little like,
I
I like
thought
let's
so.
just be in the
Yeah,
moment.
that's true. That's true. Like the summer just started.
Hmm.
Let us just chill out for a minute. Um, but yeah, Elliot was sitting there and just eating the hell out of that spaghetti. And
Yeah,
he was just he was like,
just had dinner
"I'm
together.
good. I'm here. I'm
Hmm.
good." And then Shay's still freaking out every 5 seconds. He's like, "It's fine." He's like, "We're good. Your
Hmm.
parents are here. Your boyfriend's here." And that's when
Yeah.
Shay was like, "What? You don't have a boyfriend? You never said that before. This is great."
Hmm.
Um,
That.
my damn cheeks hurt. I'm smiling so much. But yeah, yeah. So then then that happened, and they talked about that, and everything went well, and I feel like everything went great there. Uh, it was it's that little bit of I think they added in this where she was like, "You'll leave Boston for Ottawa." He was like, "Yes." Said it with no hesitation. He was like, "Yes," and he was like, "So you have no loyalty to Boston?" He's like, "Mom, you trying to be loyal to me, not Boston."
Yeah.
And she's just like, she was disgusted. She was like, but they drafted him. Like, oh, like you just
Hmm.
gonna leave your team like that? And I was like, damn. It was so you didn't never let him win, did you? Whatever. It was just so man. She was like, no, mom. She was like, would you ever let dad win it? Whatever they said. She was like, I'd
Reddit
rather die.
cards or something.
And she was like, I'd rather die. It
Hmm.
was like
Oh,
me
that was
too.
funny. I feel
Yeah.
that.
So I love that's where he gets it from. That's where he gets the competitiveness from. That's where he gets all that from. She cares a lot
Hmm.
about hockey.
She does. She does.
Yeah.
In a way, I thought that was funny because I kind of relate to it a little bit because like, oh damn, you just gonna leave Boston like that. But the way that she was so offended, and like
Yeah.
she really takes this serious.
I honestly think her the mom and Svetlana were getting along well. I would like to see them talk about the sport
Yeah.
because they love it. Like the way they
Mm-hmm.
talk about it. I wonder what Svetlana feel about him leaving Boston like that. She's like, "You're what?" I bet she'd be disgusted too. I wonder.
Yep.
I do
She
wonder.
might be. Yeah, she'd definitely be shocked.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I want that. I want that conversation too. Um, and, then we get the scene of him outside with his mom, and basically him basically saying, "I tried not to be gay. I'm sorry," and him like crying. She's like, "Oh no, no, no." She's like, "No, just it was very much. I'm sad that you didn't feel like you could tell me
Mm-hmm.
about this." And I was like, "This is I love this as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for this."
Yeah.
Uh,
I just thought about it. I'm like, I keep remembering stuff randomly that happened in
yeah,
other
yeah.
episodes. I think it was the episode where Ilya's father died. Was it 5 or was it 4?
Pro-
Um, where he saw the dude that he had first gotten with, like when he figured out he was bi, and then he told him no, and I was like, oh okay,
Oh,
like
that no, okay, no, that wasn't when his dad died. That episode was that two?
oh dang, was it that earlier?
That was two. Yeah, I believe that was two when that
Yeah, it might
happened.
have been 2.
Yeah, because they went back. He was in Russia, remember, uh to meet the
Oh yeah, he
minister and
did meet.
all
Yeah, he
that.
saw his dad in the episode. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
now.
yeah. And his dad was mean to him in there. That's when he
Yeah.
first found out he had dementia and all of that. So, and that's when Svetlana pulled him from there and took him to
Hmm.
that bathroom where that the other guy was.
I thought he
Yeah,
was gonna be trouble too. I'm glad that like he was just like, nah, yeah, we're done. Like that was in
yeah.
the past.
And then he looked at he and then what solidified for me was he looked at his phone after that interaction and it was looked at Shane's message. And I was like,
Hmm.
okay. So he was like, yeah, no, I got a man, thanks.
Yep.
Like basically. Um so yeah, yeah. I'm glad that that didn't cause any problems.
Yeah.
These shows could do that. They can be like, yeah, let's
Hmm.
let's put a little
I was
twist in here.
surprised like Ilya never like went for another dude. At least that we know of when he was talking to Shane. So I'm like, that's very sweet. That's good.
Yeah. I
Other
mean,
women, he definitely did that, but
yeah, he
it
definitely, yeah,
doesn't mean the same. Same. It
yeah,
doesn't mean the
yeah,
same.
yeah. Um, I kind of want him to stop doing that as well now, though. Like, let's,
I think he's done. I
yeah,
think he's done. Yeah.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I feel like that was like the last. I mean, I think they were going back to his cottage,
Yeah, they're driving back to his cottage.
and they were just like, yeah, we'll come. They're gonna bring something or something. They're like,
Yeah, they
please
said they
text.
were gonna come over or something the same day.
Yeah,
I'm like, we just
yeah.
like I don't
They're
know.
like,
I would
please
have been
text.
like,
They're like, oh yeah, we'll be
yeah,
fine. We'll be there later. They're like, please text.
yeah, yeah.
You're like, oh, okay, I understand now.
Like if
Yeah,
you don't get a
don't walk
response,
in.
do not show
Don't
up.
walk in. You want to see something you don't want to see. Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're like, we're real happy now. So
Mhm.
yeah. And that's where it ended. I didn't know it was gonna end there or not. I was like, okay, all right then.
Oh, I was a little broken. I'm like, no, not no. Now that everything's like resolved, like I want to see like how they go forward. But it was a good
This
place to end. I'm just like I'm salty now that I have to wait.
this is why I'm very happy we know about season 2 when it ended. Because if it
Yeah.
ended like that, we didn't know. I was like, oh my,
Yep.
because in the book, like I said, there's a time jump
Hmm.
kind of thing at the end of the book that show where they are,
Oh yeah,
what
yeah,
the
yeah. Uh
foundation,
huh.
like like they're starting the foundation, all that stuff. Like they show that they do all of
Oh.
that. They talk about all of
Okay.
that, and they talk about. I don't know if I should tell you this, but somebody knows. Somebody knows now of them. Somebody knows of them. It's cute. It's
Oh.
cute. Somebody knows of them.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
I'm not gonna say it. Just in case it's kind of a spoiler, I guess. If you didn't read the book, you wouldn't. In the book, it says it, but it's like, oh, no. If you want to know, I'll tell you like later. If you want to know later,
I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna see if I can figure it
you
out.
want to know. It's somebody that should be able to figure it out. I'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah, season 2 was announced. So happy about that. So let's talk about, I guess season 2. I mean, yeah. So season 2 is coming. We kind of sad. They keep saying it's gonna be 2028.
2020. Oh, wait, I thought it was 2027.
Sorry, it's 27. Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay, I
scared,
said another
I scared
year.
myself. Yeah, no, no, I just scared me myself. Made it worse. Yeah, it's 2027. I don't know why I just said that. Yeah, 2027 because they haven't even started writing it yet.
Uh,
So, um, cause he didn't know. He was like, I don't know
that's fair.
if it's
Yeah.
if this was even gonna happen. Like
Hmm.
that's why I guess they why they ended it this way. And it was a very, if it did end this way, I was like cute,
Yeah, that's fair. That's
but
fair.
not enough, but cute,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and also the author also said that she is getting ready to start writing again too. She wants to write a third book for them.
Mm,
So
mm.
season two is supposed to be generally based on the long game, which is the other book that is focused on them. Like like Elliot goes to therapy, some other stuff like like different stuff like that in
Oh,
it.
okay. Yeah.
So so it's showing the progression and the new team and all this all this stuff where he it does all that. It does all the moves to Canada and all that stuff. It does all that. So I'm excited to see how they do that. And
Yeah.
I have not read that book yet.
Mm.
So this is just coming from interviews of the showrunner, stuff like this. So I will have read all of these books
Hmm.
by this thing come out. So just in case they reference, just like they did the Game Changer book with Scott and Kip, just in case they reference any of the other characters from like the Common Goal book. I can't remember. It's a few. It's six books in the group.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I will have listened to all of them by then. Um, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about this, and I mean, there wouldn't be a spoiler, I guess. I don't know.
Um,
Um,
I'm definitely looking forward to season two and kind of like seeing like they're not out, but there's a little more freedom,
mhm.
to kind of like be
They'll be able to be
together.
together. Yeah,
Yeah, and especially like get more emotionally invested into each other too.
yeah,
So I'm looking forward to that. And like I said, Scott and Kip, that's my couple. I need to know like what they're up to, like how things are going, especially since like it's unfortunate that like I think we both said that like it feels like it's almost too good to be true. Like oh, something is bound to happen, even though it doesn't have to happen. But I don't know. It just feels like something's gonna be off at some point. Um, but I'm wondering like how they'll push through that adversity, like kind of similar to how they like had to Kip had to be real with himself in this season
yeah,
and be like, can I be with somebody that like doesn't want to like be with me in public, or well, not necessarily not want to be with me in public, but just like doesn't feel like they can, and
right.
like isn't being honest with themselves in that way. So I'm curious if they're gonna have more, I guess, trials like that. And yeah, I don't know. It's been like a really fun show to watch. I'm glad I ended up watching it, and I'm actually so surprised with like how it's just like taken off. And there's been like so much more like commentary and like fans and everything, which is really great. So I'm hoping like nothing but up from here.
Yeah. That I think that's why I'm because I do want to know more about them. Like the first book, of course, expands on their relationship a lot more because it's all about them. That it's focused on them. I'm like halfway through that book now. And then of course, like he said, I think the Common Goal is the book where they're heavily in it as well. So
Mm.
I'm hoping I learn a lot more about them through that way as well. I really hope in season two they incorporate more characters, more about Scott and Kill. I just really hope the season is longer.
Yeah, yeah.
That's really what I
And
want.
I kind of I'm still 50-50 on the time jumps just cuz for
Mm.
me it makes it hard to track like if their reactions are appropriate to like I guess how long they've been together, like if the emotional investment is there, it's like wait, you just been together like a month and you're acting all crazy, then maybe it's been like 2 years or something. Like I want less time jumps or make it very very clear how much time has passed and I guess like where they are with each other.
Yeah, so see, my understanding long game is on a shorter period of time instead
Oh,
of them
okay.
jumping like this.
Uh-huh.
I think they just wanted them to get like older and
Yeah.
and because I think basically I think they started what 17, 18 years old. I think that's what the idea of the show is.
Mm-hmm.
So when they first meet, get more mature
Yeah.
quickly. Um, so yeah, that's what I just want to be longer. Hopefully, you incorporate more of these other characters. I understand Heated Rivalry is pretty much the best name of the books. I feel like in the group, so that does work as a show
Yeah.
name. So it does work. Game Changers would have been okay, but Heated Rivalry is a great name.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, hoping just that's what I hope for season 2.
Is
Uh,
the season two, is it Heated Rivalry the long game, or is just the long game?
I don't know. I mean, it's still gonna be Heated Rivalry. I guess they're just basing it off of the long game book.
But like
Just
the title.
I don't think they changed. I don't know if they'll change the title or anything. I don't think
Okay, so
it's
they
just be
still
season
do.
2.
I feel,
Yeah.
I part of me worries. I'm like, will people know that it's attached to Heated Rivalry? Like, I feel like they should do like a subtitle or something, like the long game of Heated Rivalry story or something. I don't know.
No,
Just so that way people know.
I mean, I guess I mean they're the showrunners every interview is saying it or whatever, so
Okay.
so everybody knows it's based off of the long game,
I'm
but
sure they'll have it in the trailers, like from the
yeah, maybe.
director, or like Heated Rivalry or something like that. Like,
Yeah. So no, I mean the show is still gonna be called Heated Rivalry. I'm just saying it's just gonna be based off.
oh,
Yeah, it's still gonna be
oh,
called
I
Heated
thought they were
Rivalry.
gonna. Oh,
No,
okay,
no,
I didn't
no.
know.
It's just gonna be
Okay,
based off of the long game
I
as the
see.
book. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, yeah,
okay.
yeah. So I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say. I just really love this, and I don't know, I need more things like this. Like it does have drama in it, but it also has a happy ending, and I get tired of honestly gay center things not having a happy ending.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them end in tragedy, and a lot of times when I find out uh they are like this, I have to look it up and see does it have a happy ending first because I don't want to be traumatized again.
Yeah.
I was very happy about this, and as I found out, oh, it does have you know a happy ending with drama in between, with
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, that's fine. I just just don't want them to end up dying. It just I get tired of that. So
Yeah.
I'm very happy what I got here. I will be rewatching this show a lot as I listen to these books.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that I found this genre now, this genre.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I didn't know about it. I just don't know how I didn't know. I've always just been reading like fantasy, magic, and stuff like that type of books, and I didn't even know this was a whole genre. And I'm about to dive in.
Yeah.
so,
Look
what
at.
about you?
No,
Any other
yeah.
final thoughts?
I really enjoyed this season. I'm looking forward to season two. Scott and Kip forever. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. This was a lot of fun. Can't wait till season 2. Thanks,
Hmm.
TJB, for being in the comments. um, Let me see what I say. Are you about to bounce to hockey? No, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing all that.
No,
Now I have been
no.
watching some podcasts that were like centered on hockey, and now they're
Oh.
reviewing this show, which
Oh,
is so
interesting.
funny.
Yeah.
It's been 2 of them, and they're taking it seriously too.
Oh,
Like that's the thing
good.
I do appreciate. I thought
Mm-hmm.
they could just make fun of it. No, they're actually like breaking it down, episode
Mm-hmm.
by episode, beat by beat, and everything. I was like, this is interesting. So I
Mm.
appreciate the secureness of these people and not
Yeah.
just trying to make fun of this. Because I really do take it seriously.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely that's one thing about the show that I was like, mm, I guess a little surprised by, was that we didn't get more hockey. But I'm
uh-huh.
also not a big hockey person anyway, so I wasn't complaining. So I wonder if they're gonna get more into hockey, especially since Shane was mentioning like they would do a hockey school or something, and then like
Yeah.
the profits they get from that would go into the foundation. So maybe we will get more hockey. I don't know.
I mean, we have to see I guess how the process goes with him uh moving, switching teams and
Mm-hmm.
him being a free agent and all that stuff. Maybe we'll get all of that. Maybe we'll get a little bit more of that technicality of it.
Yeah.
And I still like I say, I want to know what's going on with Scott. And yes, he is, he's doing well right now, but will there be friction? I'm really
Mm.
curious about all of that.
I feel like there will be. I feel like there will. I don't know. I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I don't know. It just feels like they ended on such a high. They got to try
Yeah,
and like try and humble us a little bit to like build up for the next thing.
of course. All right. Well, that's all I got. Thanks, Jamie, for being here. Got anything
Yeah,
else
thank
going
you
on
for
you want to talk
having
about?
me. No, it's been very quiet for me.
Yeah.
This past December, I was like, I thought about streaming a couple different times, but I just been spending time with family and kind of just decompressing from a crazy work season. But we're gonna hit the ground running in January when I'm back in New York, back to more streams. We got Ghost of Yotei to finish up. Playing more Metaphor, of course, my like jokingly forever game, but low key forever game.
Okay.
And yeah, I know. I think Ditch has been saying he wants to play Peak, which, by the way, if you want to play Peak,
Is
let
it
us
more
know.
than two characters?
You could do up to 4 people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right, I'll look into
that's
it.
actually really fun. It's really fun. So let everybody bully Trayvon playing Peak. But yeah, that's what I got going on. I'll probably see y'all a lot more in January.
Oh, the Digifeast metaphor is
Better.
a never.
Yes, it's like it is a good game, but it's just it's long. It's long.
I guess for me, uh, yeah, I'll be on Much Ado About Nothing. That should be back the second week in January, I believe.
Mm.
I have to check in with Did to see if we're doing our show today or not. But that's usually on Fridays.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Geeking on Tech. Um, so that's fun too. Uh, that I'll be streaming in the games, to be honest. I'm enjoying them on my own. But yeah, that's about it. I love this show. Need more like it. Can't wait for season two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm also looking very much forward to Red, White, and Royal Wedding. Red, White,
Oh.
yeah. So that's supposed to be. I think that's name right. So that's supposed to be filming this year, and then also they've already filmed the Heartstopper movie. So I'm waiting to find out when
Mm.
that's coming out. So those two things I'm very excited for as well. So yeah, that's
Awesome.
it. All right. Thanks everybody. Bye.
Thanks.